Blitz, 2 to 6 on YouTube, SASportsStar.com. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, KTFM Fullersville, San Antonio's Sports Center.
We all get to find out tonight who the Spurs will face in the first round of the playoffs. San Antonio will take on the winner of the 7 versus 8 matchup between the Portland Trailblazers and the Phoenix Suns. Tip-off from Phoenix is set for 9 o'clock. There is another game tonight, 9-10 matchup in the East. Charlotte welcomes the Miami Heat into Charlotte for a 6:30 tip. Both of those games televised on Amazon Prime.
Joe Reinagel.
That's the third time in 7 seasons the San Antonio Spurs are the NBA champions.
Jason Minix.
They go back to big day as Super Bowl champions. Dallas 52, Buffalo 17.
It's the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Well, happy Tuesday, everybody. It is good to be back here on the Blitz 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I'm Joe Reinagel. He is Jason Minix, and we are live at Northwest Automotive Warehouse here on Calabria Road. And Fiesta has begun here at NAW.
Absolutely. And again, I know a lot of people going to Oyster Bake this weekend are going to be driving right down Calabria, getting over to St. Mary's. You're going to pass this big red building here on Calabria, and you need to know where it is.
Absolutely.
And if you come down here and take advantage of, I don't know what the hell we're calling it, Fiesta specials.
Fiesta specials.
You can save a lot of money. You just call or come in, say the word Blitz, and Frank's going to take money off of your order, give you free stuff like free install on your truck bed covers.
He's like a magician. He's just going to wave a magic wand and poof.
Well, he says it's far better than a Fiesta medal.
There goes a bunch of money off of what you're buying. In fact, they've got some specials going on. She's about $100 off of Top Choice American-made Undercover Ultra Flex. $100 off of that thing.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
And free install.
And free install. Not bad. So it is a Fiesta. It has begun already. Doesn't officially begin until Thursday, but here at NAW, it's underway right now.
You start the party now.
It's underway right now.
You start the party now. Now, when you're coming over here, now, again, we always talk about shopping local and dealing local. You know, they've been in business forever. I mean, the sign says since 1978, right?
A long time.
That's a long time. You don't last if you ain't doing it right. But we're coming over here today, and we go to lunch on Calabria Road. Now, we just said we're going to an RMR. You know what an RMR is?
No.
Random Mexican restaurant.
There you go.
That's what we're doing, right?
Yeah.
Right. An RMR. Now, Calabria Road, they're everywhere, right? You can't go wrong.
No.
Or can you?
I don't know.
Now, here's the thing. We go into a place today. Not going to say what it is because, quite frankly, I can't. It's I don't know. But it's lunchtime. It's like 12:20, and we walk into this place, and we're driving down. Joe is behind me. Like, which one? That one? That one? All right, cool. That one. Cool. That's how we picked it, right? I don't know where we're going. Have it eaten over here. It's a big-ass building, open 24 hours. Lots of cars in the parking lot. Those are good signs.
Sure.
Walk in, nobody. Nobody's in this place.
And it was what, like 12:20?
12:20. 12:20, 12:30.
Something like that.
Like lunchtime, right?
Yeah.
Where you expect it to be, I don't know, busy. And lady comes out of the office, says, you guys sit over here, this side of the restaurant. And nothing but large group tables. So me and Joe are at a table for 10, and it's just us, right? And nobody else is in this place. Looks good. The menu on the wall and the different specials, 2 different servers because they're bored. So one took the order, one brought the chips and salsa, fantastic salsa. We eat our entire lunch. We pay, and not another soul has walked into this restaurant.
Nobody. And I mean, the food was good. It was good. But yeah, I don't know what's going on. And I don't know. They're open 24 hours a day, and I hear, or at least the nice server said the breakfast was good.
Uh-huh.
So maybe it's a breakfast spot.
I mean, it's hard to go into a restaurant and be the only ones in there during what you expect to be rush hour. And I asked the lady, a lovely lady, so you guys always this busy at lunch? She says, sometimes. breakfast busy. Lunch, sometimes.
Yeah.
So, like, we're the only people here. She was like, no. I mean, but it got me to thinking, right? Because we all love a good RMR. But man, the food was good.
It was.
We thought.
I thought it was good.
But do the people that work around here on Calabria Road know better? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do. Look, it checked all the boxes for me. The salsa was, or the hot sauce was good. The tortillas were good.
Yep.
Enchiladas were good. I mean, that checked all the boxes for me. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I thought it was fantastic. But it was just weird. Not another person walked in there. Like, what is that a front for? What is, you know what I mean?
It's
like they got a back office and all kinds of people come out of there. Well, you know, the older lady and the old man, and I don't know.
Maybe she's a madam.
Oh, stop.
Maybe it's a Hookerville.
Stop. That's where you're going?
Well, I mean, I don't know. She looked like she could be a madam.
Boy, that hooker
What does
just
that mean?
lifts
Well, I
me
mean-
every day.
I'm curious.
I mean, when
are you talking about the older woman?
yes,
Yeah.
yeah,
She looked like a grandma.
exactly.
You think that's a madam?
That's a madam.
I think of Heidi Fleiss, who looks nothing like a madam.
Well, I mean,
because she's the only madam that I'm aware of.
See, I could see this lady coming out of her office carrying all the bills, and you get to work. You do this. Go over here. I mean, nobody's going to mess with that woman. She's a madam.
Okay.
I'm thinking that's it. And I think if you walk back into that restaurant, I don't know, when the sun goes down, you might leave with a happy ending.
Really?
Maybe.
Wow.
It's possible.
Huh.
For the right price.
Now, see, it didn't strike me as the Robert Kraft kind of place, right? That was not a rub and tug by any stretch of the imagination.
No.
No. You thought madam, huh?
That's the first thing that crossed my mind, yeah.
But isn't that always the first thing that crosses your
Well,
mind?
I mean, sure, why not? I mean, there are worse things to cross your mind. Not necessarily madams and hookers, but,
there are all those
happy endings,
all those cars in the parking lot. I wasn't
Exactly.
thinking somebody's getting laid in the back and paying for it. I was wondering if there was a card game or something going on.
No, I think, see, that's what I'm talking about. The parking lot was full.
Yeah.
So they were out back doing something, having lunch another way.
Come rub it.
Just saying, I don't know.
So glad you're back from vacation.
Me too. It was a fun trip. I went up to St. Louis, saw the mother-in-law and a few other family members, and watched a lot of golf, Minix. A lot of golf, yes. Yes.
Is going to visit your mother-in-law like Rob Thompson when they were still around would go up there and he would say where time stood still?
Yes.
Because internet was slow, cable was minimal, all that kind of stuff.
Well, it wasn't for me because, my brother-in-law, he lives there now. He's helping mom. And I got him a box for his birthday.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Got him the magic box.
I
so
did.
You were good.
So I had plenty of options.
Such a good brother.
Aren't I, though?
You are.
That's a hell of a deal, isn't it? So I got him the magic box, so I was able to watch that. But it was cool because even though on the box here at home I can watch Cardinals baseball, but up there it's kind of a normal thing, and so that was a lot of, even though they got their asses handed to them by Boston over the weekend. Other than that, it was a good trip. So you just watch golf and drink. There's plenty of booze in the house. And that's pretty much what I did.
Aside from seeing the mother-in-law, I mean, you could have done that here.
It's a normal weekend for me. Exactly. Normal weekend.
My goodness.
That is true. But we are at Northwest Automotive Warehouse here on Calabria Road. You didn't come out and see us because we got stuff here. You can register to win family 4-pack of tickets to SeaWorld 7 Seas Food Fest. Is that part of the fiesta?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, there's a sign over there. You see that? Register to win family 4-pack of tickets.
To SeaWorld?
Yeah.
I have no idea. I don't know anything about that except for it's on the sign that you just pointed out.
Well, there it is. And
we're giving it away, though. It's wonderful.
It's fantastic. So I'm thinking if you're in this area, you want to come by here and register for that. Say hello to all the fine folks that are in here that some of them work, some of them not so much. But other than that, it's,
Uh-huh.
I got some looks over there with that comment.
Well, only one guy over there works.
Well, that's true.
You got one guy eating lunch, got a Frito pie working, and another guy staring at him eating his Frito pie. Yeah.
Frito pie. I wonder how their Frito pie is, Minix. Maybe you ought to try it.
Dude, I already had lunch.
I'm just
If I'd
saying.
have known Ashley was working up a Frito pie, we wouldn't have stopped to eat at the RMR
You're
by
exactly
ourselves.
right. We were just handed a sheet here.
I know. Ashley's prepared today.
This is an incredible amount of specials that they got going on here at NAW. We will continue to let you know what they are and how you can take advantage of the Fiesta savings that are going on here at NAW on Calabria Road. When we come back, the Spurs and all Spurs fans will be able to know who the heck we're going to face in the first round of the playoffs. Is it going to be Portland? Is it going to be Phoenix? And I got a bone to pick with Spurs fans.
Oh, here we go.
And I know you picked this bone yesterday.
I did.
But I got to weigh in on it because I'm embarrassed by some Spurs fans.
Wow,
embarrassed. And I will tell you why when we continue live from Northwest Automotive Warehouse here on Calabria Road. This is the Blitz, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Hi there, I'm John O'Hurley. You know, our pets are beloved family members. But sadly, though, there are so many dogs that get euthanized every day due to the lack of funding. To give them a chance at adoption, I invite you to support Puppy Food Bank. Thanks to generous donors like you, all of the food sent to pet shelters from Puppy Food Bank never comes with a bill. So please go to puppyfoodbank.org and make a generous, caring $15 donation every month. Your donation will absolutely save pet lives.
When snack time calls, Pork Rinds answers. Be your own crunch time hero with Southern Recipe small batch pork rinds. Skip the chip and go straight for the ultimate crunch that's low carb, high protein, and loaded with bold flavor. We're talking sweet barbecue or hot honey. Yeah, it's that good. Snack smarter, crunch harder. Stock up on Southern Recipe small batch pork rinds at H-E-B or head to porkrinds.com. Make Southern Recipe your crunch time hero.
I've taken up candle making.
Nigel, the whole office smells like wet dog and gym socks.
My nose is highly refined.
Folks, if your home smells a little off, it might be your AC. Watermoon's Breathe Easy package pulls and deep cleans your blower motor, blower wheel, and housing, cleans your coil in place, disinfects the inside of your AC cabinet, and installs a UV light to help zap bacteria and other nasties hiding in your unit. All for just $6.95.
Quarter-room plumbing, heat, and AC, 210-651-5899. License number TSAOG 141-074-E-M16004.
This Thursday, the Blitz is taking over Novo Brewery. We're hosting the Business Networking International April Mixer, food specials, drink specials, and your chance to network with business professionals across San Antonio. It's Novo Brewery attached to North Star Mall Thursday, beginning at 2 o'clock.
Injuries happen, and when they do, skip the ER and get to the Ortho Now Injury Clinic by TSAOG Orthopedics and Spine. Ortho Now provides walk-in care for injuries like broken bones, dislocations, sprains, and strains. Conveniently located in the Corey area with extended hours Monday through Saturday with on-site x-ray casting and bracing. Ortho Now has everything you need to treat your injury, and best of all, no urgent care or emergency room copay. Learn more online at TSAOG.com.
This is the story of the one. As a procurement manager for a hospital system, she keeps every facility in her network stocked and ready. That's why she counts on Grainger to be her single source for thousands of products, from disinfectants to lighting, air filters, and more. And with fast, dependable delivery, Grainger helps her keep every facility stocked, safe, and running smoothly. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Progressive knows you think the grass is always greener, like maybe you ride a motorcycle. But today, it's raining. So you wish you had an RV, but if you did, you'd have to listen to some guy parked next to it at a campsite plays acoustic guitar. Now, before you start wishing you had a boat, remember, your brother-in-law would invite himself every weekend.
Permission to come aboard, Captain?
But one thing that is greener is the money you could save when you bundle your RV, boat, or motorcycle with your home or auto with Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and third-party insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Mellow Mushroom has the best pizza in San Antonio. Mellow delivers the best pizza experience with their delicious dough, premium ingredients, and unique flavors. Delivering a higher order of pizza is the standard. If Mellow can make a pizza this delicious, imagine what they can do with munchies, greens, calzones, and burgers. Mellow Mushroom has San Antonio's best happy hour with food specials and half-off adult beverages. Mellow Mushroom is at 1604 in Stone Oak Parkway. Hang with friends, watch the game, and mellow out at Mellow Mushroom. Attention coaches, educators, and booster clubs. Need a fundraiser that's different from the rest? With Gardenville, supporters purchase something they already need. High quality, locally sourced mulch and compost. Your organization earns money on every sale. Real products, real value, with support from Gardenville to keep it simple. Ready to grow your fundraiser? Visit garden-ville.com/fundraising. That's garden-ville.com/fundraising.
It's the Blitz with Jason and Joe on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
On a Tuesday, we are out and about. Northwest Automotive Warehouse on Calabria Road. That is where we are. It's where you need to be as well. Boy, especially if you need some truck accessories, Jason, because Fiesta has begun, and I think they've kind of gone crazy over here.
Well, they have.
I mean, they really have with some of these specials that they've got here. It's nuts.
All undercover Ultraflex truck bed covers, $150 off. American made, number one selling, and an NAW favorite. 98% bed availability.
Wow.
Not sure what that means, but only 2% of you can't have it, right? I guess there's about 2% of you with some weird ass truck that they say, screw you. Yeah, the 2%ers are there. I think we all like a 98% bed availability, if you know what I mean. But, whatever. And skip the wait when you're buying here locally at NAW. They got over 200 in stock, double the warranty, and free install on Undercover Ultraflex. Just mention the Blitz when you come in, and Frank's going to probably give you more off.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Well,
I mean, he's in a really good mood today.
Yeah, I could tell.
He is.
He just gave us half a peace sign. Reiniger wants to give half a peace sign to Spurs fans because, dude, people aren't happy. And it's funny because, well, look, we're in the playoffs for the first time in forever. A team that legitimately has a chance to go win a championship this year. We'll get into it. There are some high-level people predicting the Spurs to win. But the way they closed out the regular season with a bad loss, people are upset. Wemby didn't play, and, you could have played that one and avoided Denver in the second round. And as we talked about a lot yesterday on the Blitz, Mitch went all Wemby on this. Screw it. We ain't afraid of nobody.
Screw it. I don't know what Spurs fans are all upset about. That's all I heard when I'm, after that, the Spurs made a horrible mistake. Can't believe they did that. Why did they do that? Why didn't Wemby play? We get in the other bracket and it's an easier path. And I'm like, you bunch of wieners. Are you kidding me? Why in the world are we afraid of the Denver Nuggets? Seriously. Now, I get why people.
The Joker, best player on the planet.
It's respect for Denver, yes, but who gives a damn? You want to win the championship, you got to go through the best anyway, so go through the best. We don't need any chicken bleep, paths to this or that. Hey, I thought all you Spurs fans were into this, we don't skip steps. So let's go through Denver. Let's go through OKC. Who cares? Let's do it.
All right, now, I can understand why Spurs fans are upset, and I appreciated what Mitch Johnson said Sunday after the game. We weren't chasing that victory. They weren't going to overwork anybody to try to avoid somebody. There is no fear in this group. The seeding is the seeding. But to your point about skipping steps, all of us are looking for the smoothest path to where we're going, right? I mean, when you turn on your GPS, do you go fastest route? Of course you do.
Well,
right?
Sure.
So those that want the smoothest route, I'm not saying they're afraid of somebody, but don't you want the less chance of getting knocked off? In other words, if you beat Denver, then you only have to face Denver or OKC in the Western Conference Finals should you get there.
I get all that.
And so, I mean, but to come unglued the way they are is kind of what's surprising me, blaming Mitch. He doesn't know what he's doing. Hell, they won 62 games.
They did. It was just like, I just see that. What a horrible mistake the Spurs made. It was terrible. I can't believe it. We could have avoided Denver. So you avoid Denver, you get Houston. Now, I don't know about you. It sounds like an easier matchup, but Houston's been playing some pretty good basketball as of late. Who's to say what's the tougher matchup at this point in time? In all honesty, I would just I've never seen Spurs fans, and maybe I just maybe I didn't pay attention.
You have forgotten.
Maybe, but I don't remember. Oh, wow, what a horrible mistake. BS.
And when the playoffs roll around, maybe it will prove to be a horrible mistake that the San Antonio Spurs didn't play competitive basketball in the regular season finale when, in essence, they kind of controlled their destiny on where Denver would finish in the seeding, right? But also, done this year, maybe they were saying, you know what? Maybe Denver's a little bit smoother than we think. Maybe there's a reason that Wemby has only played in one game against those guys. Maybe they feel like their chances are better against a Denver than, say, a Houston. Because with the Lakers' injuries, I can't imagine the Lakers get out of the first round. But there is possibly some kind of reasoning that they didn't chase it. But had they wanted to, if they were trying to avoid Denver, I think we would have seen a very different basketball game on Sunday night.
Well, look, so if Wemby plays, there's still a chance you don't win that game.
Sure.
I mean, it's I don't get it. I mean, you play, you win, and look, it didn't look like anybody gave a damn anyway. We're in silver and black.
No.
So it was just one of those games. Doesn't matter. Playoffs are here. Regular season is too damn long as it is, and let's get to it. But I was really kind of just going, you got to be kidding me on this. It's embarrassing that we're publicly acknowledging a fear of the Denver Nuggets.
Well, I mean, fans maybe.
That's what I'm saying.
The Spurs themselves not. As Mitch said, we're not chasing anybody. Hell, Keldon Johnson yesterday in that write-up he had on the Players Tribune. Great write-up. I encourage you to go read it. It's not a long read. So, but he talks a lot about this team, how special the group it is, and literally writes in there, and I'm paraphrasing, he ain't afraid to say it, they think they are the best team in the NBA.
Well, of
They're
course.
saying, bring it on.
Of course
bring it on. Well, but you know what? It's one thing to think it inside the locker room. It's another at the start of the playoffs to put it out there. It's another, the old cliche crap that you always get. Everybody in their locker room right now thinks they've got a chance. Phoenix and Portland are going to play tonight. They think they've got a chance, right? And they should. But not everybody says it.
I don't know if they should
publicly
think that or not. But
well, I mean,
they're just kind of fooling themselves if that's what they're thinking.
I mean, but again, though, I mean, they probably understand the reality, but they better have a why not us mentality.
Well, sure, and they can have that. I suppose.
But but I also look at Spurs fans that were bitching about Sunday's game after Wemby played on Friday to qualify.
Yes.
Why not on Sunday? And I'm like, dude, do you not remember Manu Ginobili? An elbow getting snapped in 2011, right? I mean, weird stuff can happen right before the playoffs. That's Luke and his hamstring, and Austin Reeves, and Embiid and his appendix. I mean, weird stuff can happen. So all they did was get there. I'm not worried about it all, but I do think it just kind of boils down to there are fans that want to bitch about something, and that's what they're able to bitch about.
I just was really just going, I couldn't believe what I was seeing by some of this. And there were even some national writers writing that they were like, oh, the Spurs made a horrible mistake, a terrible mistake. I can't believe they did that. And it just doesn't make any sense to me. It's the playoffs. All right. Technically, every team that makes the playoffs is pretty good. for the most part. And there are going to be some clunkers in there. It's just the nature of the beast. But the way Houston's been playing, I wouldn't want to face them right now. And I'm not saying – I don't know that they're any easier than Denver. And if that's what Spurs fans are thinking, I mean, just get real. You got to go out and play. Go play, and it doesn't matter who's in front of you. You go beat them.
I'm just curious. And, again, we're out of practice of being a dominant playoff team. But I remember a time where the mentality in San Antonio was bring it on and get me more free coffee because we're going to win this thing.
Oh, yeah.
And I have a feeling that the Spurs are probably the most feared team outside of Oklahoma City in the playoffs. Now, that said, you go back to an article in The Athletic several months ago where the coveted 3 seed was it, so you could play San Antonio in the second round as opposed to Oklahoma City, and I think that was much more out of respect to the defending champs. But San Antonio at the time wasn't playing the level of basketball they are right now. I wonder if The Athletic went back and revisited that article, would it be the same outcome?
Well, it has to be. When you look at Denver, Oklahoma City, and San Antonio, they're the 3 hottest teams in the league at the end of the season.
Yep.
So I wouldn't want to play any of them.
Yep.
I mean, so I don't think there's one that you could say, man, I'd much rather have that path than this path. And I'm embarrassed for some, not all of you, but there are some Spurs fans out there that are panicking. And it's just, it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. Yes, it's horrible.
210-656-ESPN, 656-3776. Josh, you're on the Blitz. What's going on, man?
Oh, nothing much. I just want to get in on this conversation because I don't understand why everyone would panic. Because just because they have to play the Nuggets or whoever, this team is different. They have a different mentality. They've all adopted this Wemby mentality. Remember, Wemby was the guy we rejoiced that he saved the NBA All-Star game. And now he's going to save the NBA playoffs and win a championship for San Antonio. So let's just pump the brakes. I really, truly believe, especially with that report that you were talking about yesterday, Jason, how Keldon Johnson said, I think we are the best team. Like, they do believe it. And I love the fact that this team is loud about it. Again, the teams that we've had before were very quiet. They were quiet and confident. But I love the fact that they're not afraid to say, yeah, I feel like we're the best. Yes, look at what we've done against the top talent in OKC. Look at what we have. And I think that just bodes well for this young team. It shows a new era.
It does.
Look, Josh, I get where you're coming from and the brashness and that all that's well and good. And everybody says this is a different era. It's a different this or that. All I know is there are 5 banners hanging in the Frost Bank Center, 5 championship banners. And when this group hangs a banner or two, then we'll see, and I'll be happy about it. You got to earn those banners. The Spurs dynasty with Duncan and Parker and Ginobili, they went out and earned it. And they played some of the best teams out there. They did. And some of the championship series and playoff runs were just fantastic. And you remember those things. I don't want to take the easy route. You go through the best and you win the thing and you say, you know what? We kicked Denver's ass. We kicked Oklahoma City's ass. And then we went in and beat the hell out of Boston. And you said we matched up against the 3 of the best in the NBA and we beat them all. And hang that banner and we're going to hang a bunch more of them. I don't like to compare this group to that dynasty group because the dynasty group has a resume. This team does not. And until they get that resume, it's kind of hard to compare the two.
Well, it is, but I mean, that's kind of what we always do in sports. And, it's the measuring stick for the success in San Antonio. But I'll tell you this, and I appreciate the Spurs saying, we don't give a damn. I don't care what you say, what I say, what, Josh or anybody on the YouTube says as far as the easy route. Because I see a comment on there, well, if they took the easy route, that would be an excuse. They didn't beat anybody. Who gives a damn if you've got the trophy and the T-shirt?
I don't know what the easy route is.
Well, then again,
there is no easy route.
And you don't get to choose the easy route. I mean, there is bumpy and maybe less bumpy but there is no easy route to winning a championship.
There is no easy route, and it's amazing that the disrespect for either Houston or who the hell's Houston
The
play?
Lakers.
The Lakers. Well, the Lakers.
Yeah, exactly.
Whatever.
Now, and tonight, obviously, you got the play-in tournament, Phoenix and Portland. Poll question on our YouTube, and you can eventually get there just by going to sasportstar.com. We're making it easy. Working out some bugs on that.
Absolutely.
As a Spurs fan, who would you rather face in the first round? Now, this is different than who do you think they will face in the first round, because right now Portland is beating Phoenix 74-26 on who you'd rather have, which tells me all of us want the easy road, when we all kind of probably know Phoenix is going to win tonight.
I would think so.
But it's fans, to your point, looking for the easy route, because ultimately, as long as your end destination is a parade on the Riverwalk in June, it doesn't matter how you got there.
It makes no difference whatsoever. Yeah, I think Phoenix is the better team in this matchup tonight, but it doesn't – I don't think they match up. The regular season they did, but again, I will stick by my guns. The regular season and the playoffs are two different animals. They are, and everybody's going to see that, including those young, brash San Antonio Spurs, and how they handle it will determine a lot. I expect them to handle it just fine because I think they do have that confidence and they do have that mentality that no one can beat them. I don't think they're going to have any issues meeting the challenge of the playoffs. And I'm not saying they're going all the way and will win it, but I don't think they'll have any problem meeting the challenge of the playoffs. And I'm looking forward to that starting. What irritates me even more than that, the Spurs have to play at 8 o'clock on Sunday night.
Okay, Grandpa.
Well, I'm just saying.
Okay, Grandpa.
Why would you rather see the Spurs taking on the Phoenix Suns at 2:30 or Oklahoma City and watch them truck whoever the hell they get at 2:30? Why can't the Spurs get a primetime game?
Well,
because if you're on the East Coast, you ain't watching the Spurs.
Again, though, they're going to play somebody that's on the West Coast.
I don't care.
I think the NBA is looking for the West Coast audience there. You're just going, man, I got to stay up past my bedtime.
It's not has nothing to do with that.
It's what it sounds like.
It's a horrible television spot.
Sunday night at 8 o'clock.
Sunday night at 8 o'clock.
Tell that to Sunday Night Football. It's Sunday night. What else are you watching? The 8 o'clock's a little bit later than normal by an hour on the East, perfect in the Central, the Mountain, in the West. And they're going to play a team from the West Coast. It's going to be Phoenix or Portland, 2 hours behind. So our 8 o'clock is their 6 o'clock.
Well, isn't Oklahoma City going to play somebody on the West Coast? Yes, is your answer. And they get to play at 2:30. What the hell's the difference?
The defending champions.
Oh, my gosh.
They are.
Well, they are.
They are.
It's ridiculous. It's just, again, the national media, they're against us in San Antonio. Get that battle cry going, Spurs fans. They're against us. They want to bury the Spurs late on a Sunday night. The hell?
Going to have to get a nap Sunday afternoon.
It's good to be back. It is good to be back. Well, it's good to be back here at NAW on Calabar Road. I'll tell you that. And the specials that they've got. Fiesta starting 2 days early here at NAW on Calabar Road. Lots of specials that they are doing here. If you need something for your truck, an accessory, whatever, come out here and see the great folks here at NAW. We've also got you registered for some family 4-pack of tickets to SeaWorld that we're going to be giving away. Some koozies, some pins, and all of that. But you need to get out here. Say hello. Start Fiesta early. Maybe even bring a chicken on a stick.
I don't know. We got Frito pie. I mean, we can hook you up. It's at your own risk. But there is Frito pie.
By the way, if you're bringing a chicken on a stick, bring me one.
Oh, okay.
With a jalapeno on top.
Well, of course.
All right. Just saying.
Do they come any other way?
Well, I don't think so. I hope not. They shouldn't if they do. That's the way that it should be. Great prediction, I guess, in ESPN today. And it's great because, well, you'll understand when we tell you about it. They predict each series in the playoffs, both East and West, a finals matchup and an eventual champion. And I think some of their findings are interesting. We'll talk about that when we continue here live at NAW on Calabar Road. This is the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
If you're looking for a TRT that's flexible enough for your lifestyle, then you need to get into Synergenics and Low T Center, where you can choose testosterone shots, pills, enclomiphene, the boosting testosterone without affecting fertility, And, the other cool thing, you can get your treatment in the clinic, or you can have your testosterone shipped to your door. You can even choose self-pay or insurance coverage for the payment option that works best for you. And right now, Synergenics and Low T Center, they're offering new treatment options, including PT-141, an FDA-approved libido-boosting peptide, and new antioxidants, GLP-1 pills, and more. They provide testosterone replacement therapy and hormone replacement therapy tailored to your body, your lifestyle, and your budget. You see, when hormones are imbalanced, patients feel fatigue, low sex drive, mood changes, body changes. Balancing your hormones means living a better and healthier life. Testosterone, important for ladies as well, helps boost energy, confidence, drive, and more. And doses for women, very careful so they can help you meet your goals. Want to explore treatment that works for your lifestyle and your budget? Book that free T-test at lowtcenter.com or Synergenics.com, SYNERGENX.com.
Hi, I am Officer Sarai Walton with the San Antonio Police Department. SAPD is always hiring, and you can apply online if you think you have what it takes to become part of the SAPD family. Submit your application at sapdcareers.com. Once you submit your application, you will be contacted to begin the process. The San Antonio Police Department is always hiring. Start your journey to a rewarding career by applying online at sapdcareers.com. That is sapdcareers.com.
Running a business means wearing multiple hats. So if you're like me, you probably started out using your personal phone, taking client calls and texts nonstop. As my business grew, I needed something smarter. That's when I switched to Quo, the #1 business phone system. Quo works right on your phone or computer. No carrying 2 phones, no clunky landline, just one easy app you can try for free. Your team can share one number and handle calls and texts together like a shared inbox. Any teammate can jump into the conversation, so customers get faster responses. And Quo's AI assistant summarizes your calls and responds to customers 24/7, so you never miss a lead or opportunity. All this starts at just $15 a month. That's basically 2 coffees. You can even keep your current business phone number. Find out why 90,000 businesses trust Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports. That's quo.com/sports to try Quo free. QUO.com/SPORTS.
Get in the zone, AutoZone. John always listens to his truck. So when his brakes start talking, he goes to AutoZone, where a helpful AutoZoner gets him the right parts. If John has time to put them in, he borrows a kit with Loan-A-Tool. And if he doesn't, he gets a free shop referral. No hassles, just help. Everything you need, nothing you don't. Get in the zone, AutoZone. Deposit required for Loan-A-Tool. Restrictions apply.
By texting 64,000, you agree to receive recurring automated marketing messages from Ownwell. Message and data rates may apply. No purchase required. Terms apply. Available at ownwell.com/terms. Individual results may vary.
Ownwell has saved us over $2,000 in 2 years. Trying to protest your taxes on your own, it can drive somebody mad. Get onto Ownwell, create an account, input information about your house. They do everything for you, and it's amazing.
Your property taxes aren't set in stone. They can be reduced. Ownwell combines savvy technology and deep local expertise to save real estate owners real money. Plus, Ownwell handles everything from paperwork to negotiations and even attending hearings on your behalf. Ownwell saves you time and money. Want to see how much Ownwell can save you on your property taxes? Just enter an address and see your tax savings estimate. See how much you can save with Ownwell right now. Text HOME to 64,000. Text HOME to 64,000. That's HOME to 64,000.
Help, Mother's Day's almost here and I have nothing for Mom. Relax, sis. Just shop JTV. I already got Mom a gorgeous gold bracelet. JTV, like jewelry television, isn't that amazing? Yes, they have thousands of gift and jewelry ideas and their prices are unreal. Okay, but how unreal are we talking?
Right now, new customers get $20 off your purchase of $99 or more at jtv.com. Use code DEAL20 now.
Why didn't you tell me this sooner? Because I'm the mean sister.
Having insurance isn't the same as having State Farm. It's like needing a lawyer, but getting some guy who just watches courtroom dramas.
How does the defendant plead?
Guilty. Wait, what? Also, objection.
You object to what?
Erroneous.
Counsel, approach the bench.
Hey, can I get a whack at the gavel?
You wouldn't settle for just any lawyer, so don't settle for just any insurance. Get the real deal with State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Texas Gun Shows brings you the largest gun shows in Texas, and this weekend they're coming to Round Rock. Open this Friday, 4 to 7 p.m., 10 a.m. to 5 Saturday, and 10 a.m. to 4 Sunday. Texas Gun Shows is at Embassy Suites Round Rock Friday through Sunday, 270 Bass Pro Drive.
Let's be honest. Watching the Rangers is better when you got something on the line. On Rangers game days, call your shot with the morning huddles. Rangers double dinger payday. Pick the Ranger you think will send one into the seats. He hits one, you're going to a Rangers game. He hits two. Now you've just been upgraded. Tickets and a hotel stay. That's what we call getting paid. Wake up with the morning huddle. Make your pick and win with the morning huddle's Rangers double dinger payday. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Texas Rangers.
Love our comments on our YouTube page. Interesting. Yeah, they follow your lead there, Minix. They call me a grandpa. I'm not sure exactly why, but yeah, that's fine.
Because you're bitching about a late start time.
I am bitching about it.
Do you stay up late to watch Sunday Night Football?
I do.
Do you stay up late to watch Monday Night Football?
It's not the point.
What's the point?
The point is there's basketball all day Sunday.
And we get the last game.
The late game.
Exactly.
Yeah,
What's wrong with that?
Well, I don't like it.
Why?
I want a 2:30 start.
So you can go to bed at what, 8?
No, it has nothing to do with going to bed at any time. What it does is that's prime time for the NBA, that 2:30 window on a Sunday afternoon. Is it not?
I mean, it is.
It is.
I agree with that.
That's what I want.
But I also am not mad at a late start on Sunday when you know they're playing a West Coast team.
Again, we just did that. Oklahoma City's going to be doing that too. So, all right, whatever. If it doesn't bother anybody else, it bothers me.
Well, of course it bothers
Of course
me.
it does.
You know what I'm more thrilled about is that we get a Sunday game as opposed to a Saturday game because Oyster Bake's going on, right? and look, I haven't bought tickets for Oyster Bake. I want to see Candlebox on Saturday, but I wasn't going to buy tickets until I found out when the Spurs were going to play.
Yep,
I mean, because what if they would have gotten, I don't know, the Saturday noon game that, nobody really gives a damn about. That's Cleveland, Toronto, by the way.
Well, nobody cares about that.
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying on a Saturday afternoon.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that. I like the fact that it's on Sunday.
Uh-huh.
But, 8 o'clock. I want the 2:30 window.
Yep.
That's all. Is that too much to ask for? 2:30. NBA, do better.
Well, they put Oklahoma City there.
Against who? Number 2?
Well, probably. And again, if you're the NBA or you're the TV networks, you get the defending champions in the Los Angeles market at 2:30 in the afternoon. You spent a lot of years working in TV. What is the smart TV decision? Having the Los Angeles market.
Well, that's basically the networks telling you that Oklahoma City is better than everybody else.
Or they get Los Angeles, and a combination of both.
All right. If you're okay with it, then and there's nothing I can do about it except bitch about it.
I'm thrilled.
I can do that.
I'm thrilled for the first time in 7 years we get to go to a playoff game.
Well, I'm greedy, Minix.
Of course you are.
I'm greedy.
And grumpy.
Right? Yeah, well.
You're greedy and grumpy.
Yes, as it should be. Life is good, my friend. You know what doesn't make me grumpy is being here at NAW. I like this. Fiesta has started 2 days early here, and if you come by, you'll find out exactly some of these specials they got going on are incredible. Now, some of this, Frank, forgive me because I'm not going to know exactly what it is, but people that buy this stuff will. Correct?
What does that mean?
Well, they will. Rock and Roll M Series, $200 off. Roll and Lock. What did I say? Rock and Roll?
Rock and Roll. Yeah.
You sell rock and roll?
Obviously, Mr. George Strait doesn't know anything about rock and roll.
Roll and Lock M Series, $200 off. Retracts, $150 to $300 off. And then you got Retracts Electric, $400 off. Pretty good deals.
Well, great deals, I guess. I have no idea. I mean.
Well, it sounds like a good deal. Anytime you get $400 off of something, that's a good deal.
That's a good deal.
Yeah, I would say it's a good deal.
Well, I know Frank wouldn't put it on special if it wasn't a good deal. Say again?
Oh, really?
Is this for us or for the radio audience? I mean, you got 125,000 people listening right now. You don't have parking for that, right? I mean, but you can park free here at NAW. You know, what are you going to load people up in the back of your truck and drive them down there? You providing an Uber service, Frank? What? If you buy a cover,
There
he'll
you
stuff
go.
you in the
See
cover
that?
and drive you down to Oyster Bay.
Very nice.
Do you have the secret entrance in there? Walk. Have you met Joe Reinagle? He's not walking anywhere. Are you kidding? He needs somebody to drop him off right at the cleanest porta potty at St. Mary's, which, if you're going on Saturday, is going to exist.
Well, dude, at Oyster Bank, who cares?
What do you mean, who cares?
Well, I mean, who cares? You don't even have to use a porta potty, do you?
Well, what do you use?
Well, I'll go behind it.
You're going to go behind the porta potty.
I mean, come on. It's Oyster Bank. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. I mean, I've been to Oyster Bank many times, and I've seen people just whip it out wherever.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy.
I mean,
it's Fiesta, baby. Come on.
Really?
Yes.
Uh-huh. So next week, when I'm explaining why Joe isn't at the radio station anymore, it's because he whipped it out at Oyster Bay. He couldn't hold it in one of those long lines.
He's the Bear County Jail.
Uh-huh.
Oh, my goodness.
Mm-hmm. Better hope it's cold outside.
I hope it's not, quite frankly. ESPN has got a deal out, and I found it pretty interesting, actually. I can't remember who the writer is. When I get there, I will let you know. But he's predicting the entire playoff series, East, West, and all of it. And, of course, to the most part, we don't care about the East necessarily until it gets to that point.
Well, true.
But the West, I find it interesting. Not only they pick the winners of each series, and they're just assuming who the Spurs will play in the first round. Oklahoma City will play in the first round.
Sure.
They've got Oklahoma City playing the Portland Trailblazers.
Oh, so that means Phoenix wins tonight.
Phoenix wins tonight, and then Portland will beat whoever wins in the other game. That's what they're predicting, but they're predicting a sweep by the Thunder.
So much for the Clippers playing on Saturday afternoon at 2:30.
Well, it's still West Coast, is it not?
It's still West Coast.
Last time I checked,
but
Portland
it's not the
was.
LA market.
Well,
Portland is what it is.
Well, what a crappy game you have. Now, I can see if it was the Clippers, then okay, it makes some sense. I'm just looking for respect, Spurs fans. That's nothing to do with my bedtime.
Yes, it does.
It has nothing
Everything
to do with
your bedtime.
No.
Your whole life is revolved around your bedtime.
Now there's a lot of truth in that.
I've known you a long time, Joe.
Sometimes that's good. Sometimes it's not so good. I've been married 3 times. The Spurs, they've got the Spurs playing the Phoenix Suns.
and sweeping
the
Phoenix Suns.
And I wonder, do you agree with that, Spurs? To predict a sweep is pretty ballsy, I would say.
Yep.
Although it shouldn't be more than 5, right? I mean, I can see the Spurs maybe slipping up once, maybe in a game 3 in Phoenix. We'll see. They've got Denver. Denver's taking on the Minnesota Timberwolves in the first round, which could be interesting. I don't know about the T-Wolves, but Minnesota has historically, at least recent history, has given Denver fits. But they do have the Nuggets winning that series in 5 games. They've got the Lakers are taking on Houston, obviously. Rockets in 6 is what they're saying. And a lot of that's going to depend on, because I've read some stuff yesterday, that they're trying to get Luka back, trying to see if he's going to be ready for that first playoff series. If they get Luka back, that could change things for the Lakers.
Yeah, but without Austin Reeves, I'm not sure. They've got Rockets winning that series in 6. So your West semifinals, Oklahoma City against Houston, Thunders in 5. Spurs against the Nuggets. They have in 7 games.
Spurs in 7.
The Spurs moving on.
Wow.
Setting up a Western Conference final showdown between the top 2 seeds in the West.
Which is going to be interesting, and as has been talked about quite often, the Spurs have owned the Thunder in the regular season this year. They certainly have. Although keep in mind, when was the last, James, do you know this off the top of your head, the last game between the Spurs and the Thunder?
It was
January? December?
February.
I mean, it was a long time ago. So obviously things have changed a little bit for both teams. Both teams playing much better than they did back in early whenever that was. But I find this interesting. They say the Spurs win that series in 6.
So the Spurs are going to the NBA Finals.
According to ESPN, yes, they are. And in the NBA Finals, they will meet up against the Boston Celtics.
Wow, a couple of 2 seeds making it to the finals.
That's it.
And they have the Spurs winning in 6.
So ESPN is predicting a Spurs championship, according to this article. And they tell you how they get there. Look, I mean, it's hard to find any of their reasoning debatable.
Well, and again, who's going to beat this team 4 times? We've been saying that a lot. Same about Oklahoma City. And this is from ESPN.com. This isn't Jeff McDonald or Mike Finger or Don Harris or Nate Ryan or Larry Ramirez. This isn't Joe Reinagle or Jason Minix predicting a Spurs championship. This is ESPN.com.
Yeah, absolutely. Some guy by the name of Zach Cram, I guess, C-R-A-M. Either way, I
He's
like
an official jackal all of a sudden.
I like the way he goes through and picks all these teams and all the series. And it's worth a read. If you want to read about the East, you can go in there and do that as well. But obviously, we just told you, he's got Boston coming out of the East, which it's hard to argue with that. I think they're the best team in the East. Don't you?
Yeah.
I mean, I really do.
And again, I mean, Detroit certainly is a potential possibility, but we will see. ESPN.com has the Spurs winning the title. We'll have more on that in a moment, but right now we have some breaking news.
Uh-oh.
According to a lot of different reports, Diana Rossini has resigned from The Athletic.
Wow. Oh, my goodness. You know, that's very sad for me. That all of this has kind of spiraled out of control. You see, Mike Vrabel didn't show up for a press conference. He skipped it.
He skipped the Patriots pre-draft press conference.
Yes.
He was a big part of that. On today, Steven Ginsburg, in a letter sent to Athletic executive editor Diana Rossini, said, quote, "I have covered the NFL with professionalism and dedication throughout my career, and I stand behind every story I have ever published. When the page 6 item first appeared, The Athletic supported me unequivocally, expressed confidence in my work and pride in my journalism. For that, I am grateful. In the days that followed, unfortunately, commentators in various media have engaged in self-feeding speculation that is simply unmoored from the facts. Moreover, the media frenzy is hurtling forward without regard for the review process. The Athletic is trying to complete. It continues to escalate, fueled by repeated leaks, and I have no interest in submitting to a public inquiry that has already caused far more damage than I am willing to accept. Rather than allowing this to continue, I've decided to step aside now before my current contract expires on June 30. I do so not because I accept the narrative that has been constructed around this episode, but because I refuse to lend it further oxygen or let it define me or my career."
Wow. Well, interesting, and I don't blame her. I mean, it has been a media frenzy, and not just a media frenzy, but and everybody on social media frenzy. They've all gone after her, and I don't know what the true story is. I don't know if she was having an affair with Mike Vrabel or not, but it does call into question her credibility as a reporter, as one who breaks news.
Yep.
And that is a problem in itself. And again, there have been no friends come forward that I've seen, and maybe I missed something.
Nope.
That said, hey, we were there. Diana's right. It was
Those
just
other 6 people?
Yeah.
No.
Haven't seen them come out. So look, they probably had a little,
and again,
little tryst.
We don't know, but all their actions are suggesting something. And even this, because the other day, I know you were off, Joe, the Athletic was investigating further. Because again, initially The editor came out and stood behind her.
Yeah.
Right thing to do, probably. But then they started an investigation. Seeing her resign makes me question, what are they going to find in that investigation when they are going through your email and your phone and all the things that your company is allowed to do because it's tied to what you're doing? You resign, kind of standing high on the hill, but that also makes me wonder, what is she worried that is going to be revealed in that investigation? It's odd that, a lot of the national media, the big media, ESPN, they're not really talking about this.
No, they're not.
A lot of questions on, local shows like what we're doing. And then some of these insiders, whether it was Schefter or Rappaport, that have been on and asked about it, they kind of tap dance around and, but I don't think anybody's ever going to accuse Schefter of sleeping with a head coach. So, but then again, Schefter's probably not going to be holding hands with a head coach at an adults only resort. But her stepping down, my first question is, well, that investigation's about to reveal something. And if she quits, there's no reason to continue the investigation.
Well, it's going to reveal that she and Mike Vrabel were having an affair. I think that's pretty obvious, and that's what happened. I mean, obviously it happens all the time. Again, the difference is her credibility as a reporter, and that's what the main thing is, and I think that's what everybody is complaining about. Look, I sincerely hope Diana Rossini will go away for a little while. All the noise will clear, and somebody will hire her. She's too damn good not to. And we'll see what happens. But it was a huge deal when she left ESPN to go to The Athletic. Huge deal. So they were having an affair. And I think that's pretty obvious at this point. That's me speculating. I don't know that for a fact. But she'll go away and hopefully return at some point in time in the near future.
And at some point, Vrabel is going to have to face the media. And he could try to dodge the questions all he wants. And the part that does suck is both are married and both have kids. So their family's dealing with it. And I'm sure Vrabel is going to sidestep. It'd be interesting to see when he's asked, does he deny, especially knowing that the investigation would probably reveal something. And you kind of go back to, I'm still in the theory, somebody hired a PI to take those photos.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Well, I mean, again, those weren't from your camera phone.
No, they weren't.
I mean, those look like what those sports photographers have on the sideline, those 300, 400, 500 millimeter lenses. I mean, you can't get a shot from that far away on an iPhone.
No, you're right. It's interesting, and it could have been one of their spouses that did that, I suppose. And who knows? But there you go. Diana Rossini has resigned from The Athletic, and we'll see where it goes from there. I wish Vrabel wouldn't have skipped the press conference yesterday. If it was me, or you or anybody else, wouldn't you want to just get it over with? It's coming. I mean, just do it. Answer the questions. It's going to be uncomfortable for a little while, but get it done.
The question becomes, and Pledge, I know we're up against the break. Yes and no. One, you have to let Diana Rossini figure her stuff out. But how safe is Mike Vrabel?
Vrabel's not going anywhere.
I mean, I don't know.
He's not going anywhere.
Used to be now, granted, there's a difference here, but I remember a head coach of the Boston Celtics that was sleeping with somebody's wife in the front office, and he got fired.
Well, sure.
I just wonder how Robert Kraft, and granted, Robert Kraft has had his own things, but he's the boss. I wonder if Robert Kraft is. Granted, I don't think Vrabel gets fired for this,
no.
But
he's not going to quit either.
He's not going to quit either.
Look, it's really, unfortunately for Diana Rossini, it's all on her, and it's her credibility. And that's unfortunate, but it is kind of the way that it is at this point in time. That's too bad for Diana Rossini. I think she'll reappear at some point in time, though, which is the good news. Now, Jason, you ever do something really spectacular and you just wanted to celebrate and, I don't know, just show off a little bit and all that, and then something bad happened?
The first part of that, of course.
The first part too. I can't remember something bad happening. Like this rodeo cowboy who had a hell of a ride, and then had another ride that wasn't good. We're talking about it when we continue live from NAW here on Calabria Road. Come on out here. Fiesta has begun here at NAW, that's for sure. This is the Blitz on 94.1, San Antonio Sports Star.
You know, nobody ever plans on getting arrested, but it does happen to a lot of people every day for all kinds of reasons. And, of course, it's Fiesta time, so you want to keep this number handy, 210-225-2121, because if you get arrested and you want to get out of jail fast because you do, best way to do that is by calling my good friend Albert and his great staff at AA Best Bail Bonds. Again, the phone number, 210-225-2121. You can also text the word bail to 474747 or plan ahead. Start that bonding process online at mybestbailbonds.com. You don't have to call attorneys or anybody else to get out of jail, and you don't want to be forced into a PR bond. If the jail offers you a PR bond, make sure you truly understand what all those conditions are before accepting it. Your best option for stress-free bail bonds is AA Best Bail Bonds. Nobody beats their price. They offer payment plans, have a free shuttle service. They are discreet and confidential and open 24/7. Offices all over San Antonio and Texas, services nationwide. So if you're up in Dallas, down in Corpus, anywhere in between, and of course it's Fiesta, license number 149, call AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121, or online at mybestbailbonds.com.
When you think San Antonio sports, think 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Your home for the Cowboys. KTFM Floresville and SASportsStar.com.
Move over, Chips. There's a new crunchier MVP in the snack aisle. Enter pork rinds. Southern recipe pork rinds are low-carb, gluten-free, and packed with protein to keep you going. And the flavors, big, bold, crunchy. From sweet barbecue to hot honey, every bite brings that flavor-packed crunch you crave. Grab your favorites today at H-E-B or online at porkrinds.com. Southern recipe pork rinds are your snack time, crunch time hero.
Attention coaches, educators, and booster clubs. Need a fundraiser that's different from the rest? With Gardenville, supporters purchase something they already need. High quality, locally sourced mulch and compost. Your organization earns money on every sale. Real products, real value, with support from Gardenville to keep it simple. Ready to grow your fundraiser? Visit garden-ville.com/fundraising. That's garden-ville.com/fundraising.
Join us for San Antonio's most elevated Fiesta event, Taste of the Northside, presented by H-E-B, on Thursday, April 23rd at 6 p.m. at the Rocket La Cantera. Enjoy tastings from over 50 local restaurants, plus premier wine, cocktails, cold beers, and live entertainment for one all-inclusive price. All proceeds benefit Brighton Center, serving children with disabilities and developmental delays in San Antonio. Tickets can be purchased at tasteofthenorthside.org. Viva Fiesta!
When you're vacationing in your RV, there are some things you can always count on. Laying out on a hammock, waking up to birds chirping, and board games with the family.
What? It's not cheating.
Frank, you're scaring the kids.
Oh, come on, guys. We're having fun. It's family time.
With Progressive, your RV is protected 24/7, so you're prepared for whatever you don't see coming.
Technically, it's a loophole.
It's a children's board game. You're a grown man, Frank.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in D.C.
This is an important notice to all U.S. taxpayers. The IRS is giving away billions of dollars in tax savings through a federal program called the Fresh Start Initiative to aid delinquent taxpayers. This initiative was established for anyone facing financial hardship and unable to pay their back taxes. Qualifying and enrolling in this program will stop all collections, settle your delinquent tax problem, and even reduce what you owe by thousands of dollars. Call the hotline at People's Tax Relief to see if you qualify and get this free information by dialing 800-927-1086. If you have unfiled tax returns or cannot afford to pay your personal or business back taxes, you can now get the help you need. One simple phone call can resolve your tax problem and save you thousands of dollars. To see if you qualify and to get this important free information, call 800-927-1086. 800-927-1086. 800-927-1086.
A small business affirmation from Progressive. Food truck owners, today business will be booming. People will love your new menu and not make special orders. You will not roll your eyes when someone calls it a quesadilla. You will also switch to Progressive to get 30 customizable coverage options and restore your inner peace. See if you can save in as little as 8 minutes at progressivecommercial.com.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Coverage is not available in all states or for all vehicles and covered selections.
Get in the zone, AutoZone. Annie's first oil change wasn't as hard as she thought because she went to AutoZone, where a friendly AutoZoner helped her find the right oil and save on an oil filter. He explained the job and showed her free how-tos on AutoZone.com. When she was done, AutoZone recycled her old oil for free. No hassles, just help. Everything you need, nothing you don't.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
San Antonio's Sports Center.
Cowboys Executive Vice President and COO Stephen Jones said today on 105.3 The Fan that they have had no call with interest in wide receiver George Pickens regarding a potential trade. Of course, Pickens was placed on the non-exclusive franchise tag this offseason. Guarantees him over $27 million for the upcoming season. Team has until July 15th to negotiate a long-term deal, or he plays under the tag.
Sports Center is brought to you by Buyers Barricades, the Texas authority in barricade rental. BuyersBarricades.com.
Joe Reinagel.
That's the third time in 7 seasons the San Antonio Spurs are the NBA champions.
Jason Minix.
They go back to big day as Super Bowl champions. Dallas 52, Buffalo 17.
It's the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
And we are live this afternoon over on Calabria Road, NAW. That's where we're at, where Fiesta has already gotten underway. They are going crazy and celebrating and partying here at NAW today, or starting today, certainly. All kinds of Fiesta promotions going on here. You can save big-time bucks.
Yes.
I'm Joe Reinagel. He's Jason Minix.
All undercover Ultraflex truck bed covers, $150 off. Free install as well when you mention the Blitz, so you certainly want to do that. What else do we have? I don't know.
Yeah, lots of stuff here. You got what I don't have, if I'm saying this right, to know. Truck bed cover season, sports ready, travel ready, vacation ready, work ready, daily grind ready. And then oil field contractors, trades, electrical, plumbing. You got all kinds of the toolboxes, the transfer tanks for diesel, pack rats, and headache racks.
Headache racks.
Yeah. You know, Frank Montoya, the boss around here, is going to join us coming up here in just a little bit, and he can explain some of this stuff to all the listeners. But look, if you've got a truck, you know exactly what we're talking about here. You know exactly what we're talking about. So
in other words, well, you and I might not. If you know your job requires you to have a pack rat, you know exactly what that is.
Exactly where that is,
right? Or the Rat Pack. So you're a fan
Pack.
of the Rat Pack, but they're not on sale here at NAW, but they got pack rats.
Oh, they don't have Frank Sinatra in here somewhere or what?
No.
All right.
No.
Okay.
No.
All right. Well, just check it.
Can we talk about this now? John O'Hurley was on with us Friday.
He was.
What a flex by John O'Hurley. Well, I was at a party at Frank Sinatra's house, and I made the number one mistake. I sang Frank to Frank.
Yes, that was quite
That's
the
just
flex.
whipping it out on the table, saying, yeah.
He mentioned a lot of other, famous names back in the day.
Yep.
But yeah, I want y'all to do me a favor before we get into the headline blitz. I want you to go to sasportstar.com. I want you to check out, because if you're watching on YouTube, that's great. We appreciate that. But if you go to sasportstar.com, you can see us there as well. And there is they call it a thumbnail in the So we learned that today in our meeting.
Yeah, we had a big social media meeting today.
So go there and check out the picture or the thumbnail or whatever it is. And I have a feeling those are going to change from day to day, and we can make them the way I understand it, however we want them to.
Well, when
to
we
look.
say we,
not we, Pledge.
Or somebody in the
somebody else.
I don't know, but here's the thing. They want everybody to go to sasportstar.com to watch the YouTube feed, because we have it there.
We do.
So please do that.
Yeah, please do that.
sasportstar.com.
So,
as opposed to all the steps of going to YouTube and then searching it and all that kind of crap. Just start at sasportstar.com. We get graded on that. So go there.
Absolutely. By the way, we do have a poll up on our SA Sports Star page. It's basically because Phoenix and Portland play tonight. Spurs will get the winner of that game. Who would you rather face as a Spurs fan, Phoenix or Portland? And right now, Portland's got it 63% to 37%. So if you want to vote in that poll, please go to sasportstar.com.
Fred, is that real Fred or is that a fake Fred? Trying to figure out where we had lunch today.
Yeah. Well,
or is it a front for some other activity?
Well, that's kind of what I thought, Fred.
All right. So on Calabria Road, when we were driving over here to NAW, Joe and I, because we had a big meeting at the station today, had to be there at 10.
Early. My
10
goodness,
o'clock
10
we had to be there, which is
my.
And it was like, all right, let's go to lunch. And we're driving down Calabria, and we're just trying to figure out where we're going to go eat. So we're just looking for an RMR, random Mexican restaurant, easy to find on Calabria Road, right? And I should have called Frank and said, hey, dude, where should we go to lunch? Because Frank is taking me to lunch over here somewhere, and that place was fantastic, but I have no idea where it is, right? So, Joe and I are on the phone. He's behind me following. It's like, all right, what about that one? Cool, let's pull in. Big place, says it's open 24 hours. Cars all in the parking lot. Looks like the spot. Walk in. We're the only ones in there.
Only ones.
It's 12:20.
Yeah.
We are the only people in there. And the lady comes out of a back office, says, sit on this side of the restaurant. Like, you guys open? Yeah, 24 hours. Ain't nobody else in this place. And so we sat down on the side of the restaurant where it's nothing but large groups. We're at a table for 10, and it's just Joe and I.
Yeah.
2 people.
We could have taken all the tables.
All of them. And we 2 servers. One took order, one brought chips, another one brought drinks. And we ate our entire lunch, which was fantastic.
The food was good.
But not another soul walked into that place to eat lunch
now, I will
while
say,
we were there.
In all fairness, they did have a drive-through, and I heard the speaker, somebody given an order a couple of times. So maybe the drive-through is the place to go for lunch.
I'm just,
that place.
I'm just of all the RMRs, nobody's in there eating.
Well,
is that a good spot at lunchtime?
I didn't know we were going to have Frito pie here at NAW.
I know.
I mean, if somebody would have told us that,
Ashley,
we could have just come over here.
Exactly.
we didn't ask.
We didn't ask. Let's do the headline blitz.
This is Jason and Joe's Headline Blitz. Brought to you by Novu Brazil Brewery in North Star Mall. 2 guys, 2 opinions, never enough time.
The Masters wrapping up on Sunday, fantastic as always, right?
Yep. Oh, it was great.
And there's so many cool traditions about the Masters. The Pittsburgh Pirates broadcast team did a nice, rip-off job of what they do for the Masters.
It's a tradition unlike any other. Welcome to the final round at the Wrigley. Conditions, we might see some high scores with the heavy winds, but they couldn't be better in what is sure to be one for the ages. And a great pairing for those of you watching and for the thousands of patrons on hand at this historic venue, the hallowed grounds of Wrigley Field. Check out the leaderboard. Pirates better than par, but the Reds, Cardinals, Brewers, and Cubs very much in the running. Hello, friends. Greg Brown, along with John Wayner, my partner, and Hannah Mears will be providing some coverage greenside today. Emotions ran high yesterday, John. Yesterday was moving day, and the Pirates.
That was well done.
It was very well done, and obviously, imitation is the best form of flattery, as they say, right? And I think they did a good job, obviously, but that. You got to give Jim Nantz a lot of credit for how he handles the Masters, and I just think the guy's fantastic. He's really good and well done. And the Pirates are playing well right now, believe it or not. That won't last, but they're playing well.
It's April. I'm ready for the Pirates to remember who they are, and my Astros to remember that they're supposed to be a good baseball team.
I think the Astros have lost 8 in a row.
Only 8.
8 in a row.
Not double digits yet.
And I also heard they've got the worst record in baseball right now.
I mean, you might have heard that.
It's a fact. That's the problem. It's not a rumor.
It's still early. It's still early.
That it is, my friend.
Could Sunday Night Football be stolen by a streamer?
It's interesting that I saw that story and was reading it, and the NFL's already started negotiations with CBS and Fox.
Yep.
In reworking a deal, and it looks like those are going to get done. according to this article that I read, it said that NBC is in the most precarious situation when it comes to the NFL. And it's just simply because they got a hell of a deal when they first started and took over Sunday Night Football. Well, obviously, Sunday Night Football is perhaps the most popular of all the football.
And it starts at what time?
At 6,
7:30?
7 o'clock.
Almost 8 o'clock on a Sunday night. It's amazing.
If the Spurs would start at 7, I'd be happier.
So.
I'm just saying, I'm going to watch it. All right. I'll have my coffee out. It'll be fine. But they're saying that somebody like Netflix could come in and just throw a pile of money at the NFL and swipe that away from NBC.
It could happen. And in the way it's going, it wouldn't surprise me. I know you're a huge Tiger Woods fan.
I am.
And I know you're a huge memorabilia collector.
Yes. You know me well, Jason.
Tiger Woods' earliest childhood golf trophies were up for auction. What do you think they sold for? What do you think they sold for? Real quick. Just throw out a number.
I'm going to say
real quick.
2,500.
2,500. We're like on The Price is Right. For Tiger Woods' earliest golf trophies.
Frank says 300,000.
Ashley's you're going 300,000.
I was gonna
Ashley's
say
going $1
350.
because it's The Price is Right.
Right.
You guys are all wrong. $53,000.
Now, yeah, for these childhood trophies of Tiger Woods, turns out his mother donated those to some kids golf thing or whatever. It was for kids, so she was being the kindness of her heart and donated those. And some dude put them on auction.
Well, what was he going to do with them? He got them at that point. I mean, might as well. But I'm kind of surprised if that's Tiger Woods' earliest golf trophies. I would have thought, like Frank, $200,000. Anything Tiger. I mean, it was Trump bidding. Apparently not. He doesn't have to pay for them. You can DoorDash the McDonald's to the White House.
You know what's funny? The last time we were here at NAW is when the Tiger Woods news broke.
Yeah, he had a car accident.
Did you see all the memes about Tiger Woods at the Masters? Mm-hmm. Showing up for the Masters and crashing and ruining Rory McIlroy's award presentation? The internet's undefeated.
It really is, which makes you see some videos like this rodeo guy, and I wondered the first time I saw it if it was true. So there's this rodeo cowboy, and you can Google the video. It's freaking hilarious. This guy is celebrating because he rode the bull, 8 seconds, whatever, and he's celebrating, and he jumps up on the rail, and he's celebrating with the crowd, and then he does a backflip off the rail like he's in the WWE. The problem is there are a bunch of horses that were running down the rail, and as soon as he landed, he got run over by the horses. I mean, it was the greatest but I thought it was fake when I first saw it because, the internet today.
Can I tell
apparently
you?
It's real.
I LOL'd.
Did you LOL?
I LOL'd.
Okay, Grandpa.
When I saw that.
Can we get this sunk into retirement now?
Uh-huh.
Funny stuff. Google that if you have an opportunity to do that. It is a lot of fun. We're live out at NAW on Calabria Road. Come on out here because Fiesta has started already here. 2 days early, Fiesta has started. We are going to talk with Frank Montoya and Ashley. That is coming up on the next segment here on the Blitz on 94.1.
You can't remember Ashley's married name, huh?
I don't her married name. No.
Exactly.
Can I just say Montoya?
Yeah. Well, no, that pisses off her husband, apparently.
Oh.
Remember, I got in trouble for that last time.
Frank, is that all right if I just say Ashley Montoya?
And Frank's daughter, Ashley.
Yeah. We'll do that.
Yeah.
They're going to tell us about all the great specials and great prices that they have to celebrate Fiesta here in San Antonio. We'll do that when we continue here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Got a buddy who thinks he knows baseball? Perfect. On Rangers game days, prove it with the Morning Huddle's Rangers Double Dinger Payday. Pick the Ranger you think will launch it out of here. He hits one, you and a friend are headed to a Rangers game. He hits two. Now, you've got tickets and hotel. Yeah, you're making a night of it, and your buddy's buying the first round. Wake up with the Morning Huddle. Call your shot and win the Morning Huddle's Rangers Double Dinger Payday. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Texas Rangers.
The Headline Blitz is brought to you by Novo Brewery, San Antonio's newest sports watching destination with over 80 feet of video walls, 60 craft beers, and hard kombucha on tap. A full bar and delicious menu. Novo Brewery is attached to North Star Mall and open late hours. San Antonio's newest sports headquarters is Novo Brewery. We're talking over 80 feet of massive video walls, a lineup of craft beers, and hard kombucha on tap. Novo Brewery, juicy, thick-cut ribeye steaks, picanha prime sirloin, Brazilian empanadas, stacked burgers, and more. Novo Brewery, built for fans, friends, and full-on game day energy. Novo Brewery attached to North Star Mall with late hours. Check out the menu and taps at novobrew.com. That's novobrew.com.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/radio right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
Almost 90 years ago, Academy Sports and Outdoors was born right here in Texas. So we know a thing or two about a thing or two. Like beans don't belong in Chile. It's called a feeder road. And how far really means how long. We've been your neighbor for generations. That's why we're adding Texas-sized deals across the store, only in Texas. If you happen to find a better price at a competitor, we'll beat it by 5%. Academy. Fun can't lose.
Healthy vision is about more than seeing clearly. It's about going beyond. From comprehensive eye care with the latest technology to advanced vision solutions that provide deep insights into your overall health. And with doctors who build lasting relationships founded on trust, ensuring that every detail is taken care of. I choose Vision Source to never miss out on life's precious moments. Vision Source, beyond your eyes.
My son loves to fly kites, but my active psoriatic arthritis can sometimes hold me back. Now with Skyrizi to treat my skin and joints, I'm ready to go. Skyrizi, risankizumab Riza, a prescription-only 150 milligram injection for adults, helps with less joint pain, stiffness, swelling, and fatigue. For those who also have plaque psoriasis, 90% clearer skin is possible with just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions and an increased risk of infections or a lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check for infection and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms such as fever, sweats, chills, muscle aches, or cough, or if you plan to or recently received a vaccine.
With Skyrizi, there's nothing like clearer skin and better movement, and that means everything. Ask your doctor about Skyrizi today and visit skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKY-RIZI to learn more.
Running a business means wearing multiple hats. So if you're like me, you probably started out using your personal phone, taking client calls and texts nonstop. As my business grew, I needed something smarter. That's when I switched to Quo, the #1 business phone system. Quo works right on your phone or computer. No carrying 2 phones, no clunky landline, just one easy app you can try for free. Your team can share one number and handle calls and texts together like a shared inbox. Any teammate can jump into the conversation so customers get faster responses. And Quo's AI assistant summarizes your calls and responds to customers 24/7, so you never miss a lead or opportunity. All this starts at just $15 a month. That's basically 2 coffees. You can even keep your current business phone number. Find out why 90,000 businesses trust Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports. That's quo.com/sports to try Quo free. QUO.com/SPORTS.
I'm AJ Hoffman from the Morning Huddle. Join me and Rob Thompson tomorrow morning at 6. Your early morning wake-up call on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
W a couple of days early. I'm Joe Ryan Eagle. He's Jason Minix. This is the Blitz, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
And here on Calabria Road, where we've got all kinds of Fiesta promos, Frank Montoya, Ashley Montoya Amador. If I'm saying that right. See, during the break, we were getting a lesson on Calabria Road, which I did not know. This side of Calabria Road
is northwest.
On the other side, just cross the street. Now you're on the west side.
You're on the west side.
And that changes the way you pronounce your last name.
That's right. And I don't, the middle of Calabria is like the demilitarized zone.
What?
Yeah, what's it called?
Demilitarized.
Oh, is that what that was?
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't know what language you were speaking there.
There's a line right there. And so when you cross that line, you literally cross into the west side. And then on this side is the northwest side.
So the problem is if we ate lunch on this side of Calabria, we did it wrong. We should have gone to the west side of Calabria.
Well, not unless no, you're still okay. I mean, there's some good places over here where I've taken Jason.
I've been back there. I remember where it was, but we just stopped at an RMR, and we were the only ones in there, which was a little concerning.
And what this was earlier today?
Yeah, on our way.
I wish you would. I would love to.
Now, see,
hang out with two J. I call y'all the. I don't know if I.
Don't say that.
And Jason, the two J's.
The two,
like what?
Either the two J's or JJ.
JJ, so that's fine.
Sometimes if I don't say your name, I'm going to say JJ or the two J's.
Really? Perfect.
Yeah.
Well, if it's okay with you, I'm just going to call you Frank.
But you have to understand that though, because again, family business wise, there's 15 grandchildren, and then my grandfather that started the business next door, that's a machine shop. He had a name for all the grandchildren. I was Starbright, Stardust. Okay. My sister was Tortilla Flat. One of my son's name is Daisy. So he names people. So that's it. You're done.
Well, she named her last daughter is
Anaya.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And he said what? And so he calls her
Nunya.
Okay, I got that.
Nunya. But
it seems
the
like
other
you
son
and all your grandkids.
Yeah, the other son is Hollywood. I call him Hollywood because they named her him.
Asher. So I think he thought Ashton Kutcher.
Okay. No, because every third, I looked it up. I can't remember. Every third son in California is named
He's so
Asher.
full of it.
Really?
And I said I couldn't live with that.
He's so full of it.
I could not.
He's so full of
live
it.
with that.
So yeah.
So I said, "You are Hollywood from the henceforth."
There you go.
There you go. As you can see, a great family-run business here, and it's like that with everybody that works here, and you actually get some work done.
Yes,
and you have been getting work done, and some incredible promos during Fiesta.
Yes, we've got a lot of things going on, and before I get into those, I wanted to mention to you, my dad coached for 19 years in middle school. That's how it came about. My mom worked at Josky's.
She was a bookkeeper. She was a bookkeeper.
Yeah, with the Santa Claus on the top.
Yeah.
And they literally kind of pushed him out because he could not. It was hard. He liked to paddle. He felt that and he paddled the right way. I can tell you, he paddled the right way.
Are you sure?
I'm
positive. A long time. I don't think you've gotten enough paddling in your life.
So it was either you want 3 easy ones or 1 hard one. So the key to that situation was always take what? The hard one, because the 3 easy ones were just as hard as the others.
Exactly.
So I learned that early on in my life.
Yeah.
But it was kind of interesting. I found a letter, and I have it next door from a parent that had wrote my dad, and he coached over on the east side at Poe Junior High School. And he was there many, many years. And the parent had called. She was a single parent. Told my dad, said, Coach, I'll just say Johnny he just was not doing what I asked him to do, and he was doing some things that were not right. He was a big football player. Monday morning comes along, and he walks in, and my dad said, Johnny, can you come up to the front? He says, sure, Coach, everything okay? He says, do you want 3 easy ones, 1 hard one? He said, Coach, I just got to school. There's nothing I could have done, between the, no, your mom called me. He goes, okay, I see what you mean. And he took him.
Nice.
So this is real sports. That's real sports. I'm sure back.
Well, no, that's true because, back when I was in high school, all the coaches had the paddles with holes in them.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
yeah.
They still have
that was a good thing.
Well, I don't know if they still do, but they did.
No, I'm not. When you
Well, they
you're
stopped.
too young.
They stopped
no. I appreciate you.
No, but I mean that just
Joe's older than your dad.
That speaks to the point. You know, after he transitioned from coaching, that kind of still that family, that very integrated.
Yeah.
It followed here. Like I said, my uncle's next door in the machine shop, and my dad started here.
Yeah, nice. he didn't have. They only had $19,000, and they literally bought the whole block at piece by piece from a gentleman that was super nice guy. He gave him $1 down. And
nice.
he bought half of it, and then about 2 or 3 layers, he bought the rest of it. And so we were in the auto parts business early on in 1969. And a few years later, about 1978, you know, I hunted and fished too much, and I didn't do probably the things I needed to do, and I messed around a lot. So anyway, I won't go into that. But one day I went into my dad's office, and I said, "Dad, today I've got $500. I'm either going to go buy a used boat or start a small business." And he looked at me. He says, "You go buy that boat, you'll never walk in here again." And he was dead serious.
Wow.
You know. So about 2 days later, I bought some points and condenser, distributor cap, fan belted them in the back of my truck. I just started driving around selling to. Back then, there was just nothing but independent auto parts. There was no O'Reilly's, Advance, or anything like that. And so that's how I kind of started. And then he gave me a spot over there to have my area, and it started to grow. And I started saying, I need to do. He said, no, you need to go next door. This building was basically empty. He said, you need to get the heck out of here. You know what I'm saying? He literally, my dad was just with words. He was priceless. You know, he said, you need to go next door. You're doing well, and let's get you off to that way.
That's a great story, Frank.
Yeah.
I mean, that really is.
No, it really was. My parents were wonderful people. They're incredible people, worked hard and knew nothing about the business. So they had to learn. And so my brother still is next door. He does basically machine shop now. The auto parts business is a tough business to be in. And then I do the truck accessories and things like that. So it's been wonderful too.
Yeah. And the truck accessories, and again, shopping local, and you guys have been doing it for so long. Some of these promos with the discounts and free installation, explain the need and what some of these promos are here for Fiesta.
The season right now is tonneau cover season, bed cover season. The what you put on the top of the bed to secure your things underneath it, and we're selling a bunch of those right now. And so Real Truck has a promotion that actually started yesterday, and for the undercover Ultraflex, which we stock at least 200, 250 of those. That's our number one selling trifold cover. It's $150 off. So you can basically, instead of paying $11.49 for that cover, like for a 25 Chevy 5-foot bed, 5.5-foot bed, that's our number one selling Ultraflex. You can get that cover for $9.99, and then we charge $100 to put it on. But the key there is to come here and say,
The
Blitz.
The JJs sent me here.
You can call and take advantage of that too.
Yeah. So if you say the Blitz, you don't have to pay that $100 for that Ultraflex, and it's a great price. So you pay $9.99 plus tax. You, instead of a 5-year warranty, if you bought it from Real Truck or Amazon, and you get a 10-year warranty.
Oh wow!
And we take care of you here, and we help you fill out the paperwork. And if you ever have any problems, we don't say call Real Truck. We say we want to take care of you.
Well, and that's so cool of you guys. And as long as you've been here, you know that 10-year warranty. You're going to have that. I'm curious, and I'm putting you on the spot. It says here in these fancy notes that Ashley typed up, 98% bed availability. So what are the 2% of trucks that are wrong? Because clearly
means your foot sticks out.
Yeah. Well, 90.
What that means is that cover, the Ultraflex, is a trifold cover. It has one fold, another fold, and then the last fold it stands up with 2 shocks. And now that little piece toward the back of your truck there is taking only about 2%. We were talking about beds earlier. So, I mean, so it only takes up about, so now you have the majority of your bed to use. I need that quite a bit. The Ultraflex is a fantastic cover. But again, if you don't like of folding, there's some customers. In fact, we did a roll and lock and a retracts today. If you don't like the trifold, we can do roll and lock, and right now they have up to $300 off on roll and lock. and then retracts up to $400. And we also can get your retracts electric. Now, do we stock those? No, but we can get them from one day to the next. Now, you buy them from Real Truck, it's going to take you 5 or 7 days. The order comes in, there's something wrong. You go, whoa. No, here, we're going to take care of you. The cover will be here the next day.
Yeah, no worries.
Yeah.
And so, I just got the retracts electric on my truck. I like it.
Yeah.
And I've had a lot of covers on my truck. I like it. I like it.
You've had a lot of covers. Last time we were here, didn't somebody buy a cover right off of your truck?
That's happened.
Yeah.
And we talked about also my side steps have been bought off the truck too. So if it's out there and you're like, I want that, for some reason, we'll
make it happen.
We'll make a deal.
Make it happen.
We'll make a deal.
Make it happen.
Yeah.
Well, I like that electric cover because you just push a button and it opens.
Yeah,
right?
and so
Or
what they were
closes.
talking about is that it does take that canister. It will take up a little bit more of your bed space, but again, it depends on what your lifestyle is, right? So for me, I probably am not always gonna be using it for towing something huge. So for me, it's nice to have because I'm shoving strollers and sports equipment and ice chests and this and that. So it really, again, I don't have to drive an SUV. I can put all 5 kids in there because I have the up and down thing.
Yep.
So
We just came out with a brand new product. We just got this in yesterday. It's a rough country bed cap.
Oh, yeah.
You remember in the old days, there were aluminum shells.
Yeah,
and things
yeah.
These things are built. They're like 250 pounds. It's steel, powder coat finish. You can do different things for the sides where you can have shelving on them. But there's some people that said, I want more security for my truck. This is the answer to that. The covers they lock, your tailgate locks, that all works fine. But this works for those people that says, I even want more security. But since it's a camper, it's level with the top of your cab. You have more room inside. In this way, hey, if you wanted to throw a bed inside there and sleep, like you were talking to Ed, I think one time about sleeping in a tent. And in fact, you can put a tent on top of that too.
And like most of these trucks now have the outlets, so you can literally plug in a little AC, something like that. But I think the big thing is, this is ultimate. So whether you're, adventure or your utility, right? So you have your electrician, stuff like that. That's that security, that's that organization piece of it. So if you're seeing those, a lot of them are really outfitted in that way. Or again, you're not just throwing all your camping gear or your adventure gear in there. It's some of these systems are like top of the line and they are fantastic. And you're getting that return back for where you're at with it.
Yeah,
so
Rough Country's a name out there. It's a huge company like Real Truck, not as big as Real Truck probably. Well, I know for sure it's not, but it's a good company, good solid company, and we're going to be carrying more Rough Country.
And you got it here at NAW Northwest Automotive Warehouse on Calabria. Take advantage of their Fiesta promos, and of course with Oyster Bake this weekend, it's going to be busy. Right around Calabria Road. And Frank says, you come in here, buy something, you can park here, and he'll get you over to Oyster Bake. He'll point you in the right direction. Just walk down yonder a little bit. You'll get there. And stumble back, your car will be here. Right?
Yeah.
There you go.
But we really are family. Kids, family, welcome all the time.
Yeah, well, your daughter's here. Even.
Yes, I have one child here because we came in late from. You don't know athletics until you go to national volleyball tournaments. Okay?
So she's a volleyball player.
Yes. I have 2 volleyball players, soccer player, football, basketball. I have 5, so it's a lot. But those national volleyball tournaments are real serious.
Nice.
So they do well. So shout out to STVA here in San Antonio. We really enjoyed watching them.
Well, shout out to Frank and Ashley.
Yeah.
And thanks for having us.
Thank
you bet.
Appreciate
We're going to go have some Mexican food.
Yeah.
Enjoy.
We're going to take you.
You're going.
Yeah.
We are.
Oh,
yeah.
Well, we got to work for a couple more hours.
Well, he was saying it in the future.
Yeah. Next time, we're going to lunch first.
Yes.
And then next time,
Problem is,
hopefully,
he wants to go to lunch at 2
You come
o'clock.
back in how many weeks?
I don't know. Sometime in May, around Father's Day, probably.
Okay.
Yeah.
You tell me, because
Or
a lot
June?
of times I'm not even up to that.
He's not even aware of the situation until the situation's happening.
Yeah. Ashley will let you know.
Well,
Let you know.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys, so much.
Thank you all very
Thank
much. We appreciate it. We do. Hey, Stephen Jones was on the radio this morning in Dallas, 105.3 The Fan, talking a little, just updating Cowboy fans about the draft coming up. And, well, he had an update on George Pickens as well. Mm-hmm. We'll hear from Stephen Jones as we continue live here at Northwest Automotive Warehouse here on Calabria Road. Come on out here and see us. You'd be glad that you did. This is the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
You know, if you need your logo on any kind of gear or any kind of promotional items, you need to go see Sam at Sammy's Embroidery and Printing over on San Pedro. You know, golf shirts, fishing shirts, dress shirts. You need your logo on anything, go see Sam. He's got all the big name brands: North Face, Eddie Bauer, Nike, Travis Matthew, Port Authority, even Tommy Bahama. If you need caps done, Sam has over 25,000 caps and more than 75 color combinations on display in his showroom. Just waiting for your logo, and he's got all the popular cap brands like Richardson 112 style trucker caps, Katie caps, Nike, Cap America, T-shirts, screen printed. Sam will get you taken care of if you need that done. Over 700 uniform lines to choose from. And if you're running a business, it's so much more than just uniforms with Sam. His sign shop can do signs, banners, flags, car magnets, vehicle wraps, window decals, and so much more. Sammy's Embroidery and Printing. Nobody has better prices. Sam has all the big name brands, is the only company in Texas that offers one-day turnaround. Call 210-824-3900 or go by that massive showroom down on San Pedro, 1 mile inside Loop 410 across from the McDonald's, or check the website, samsembroidery.com for Sammy's Embroidery Club.
It's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
Coming up on the Morning Huddle, the Spurs will know their first round fate. Is it Phoenix? Is it Portland? We'll talk about it.
Oh, the play-ins, not the playoffs, the play-ins. More games to come. And, oh, by the way, we're only 8 days away from the NFL Draft. We'll check in on Cowboys and Texans. You better get it early. Party starts at 6.
It's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson. Mornings 6 to 10 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Most of us go to the doctor when we're sick or need prescriptions refilled. But at the Institute for Functional Health, we offer a different and complete version of primary care. This means you will get the medications you need, but we will also put together a custom game plan to fix the root cause and allow your body to heal itself. I'm Dr. Torres at the Institute for Functional Health, and we help people get off of medications. Call me for a free consultation, 468-1891, or online at iffhealth.com. You will experience a doctor's visit unlike any you've ever had. 468-1891.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $200-$300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code FAME25 to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code FAME25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code FAME25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
I've taken up candle making.
Nigel, the whole office smells like wet dog and gym socks.
My nose is highly refined.
Folks, if your home smells a little off, it might be your AC. Portamoon's Breathe Easy package pulls and deep cleans your blower motor, blower wheel, and housing, cleans your coil in place, disinfects the inside of your AC cabinet, and installs a UV light to help zap bacteria and other nasties hiding in your unit. All for just $6.95.
Quartermoon Plumbing, Heat, and AC, 210-651-5899. License number TSAOG 1410740E M16004.
We have meaningful basketball being played in San Antonio for the first time in years, and you know the Roof Hub has proven to be the best place to go watch the games with those 3 massive 170-inch screens and TVs all around. All the games, all the fights, and when you show up at the Roof Hub, show up hungry. Open daily at 11. Great for lunch, great for dinner, great for late at night, and the best place to watch the game. Just down from the big blind, right next to the Angry Elephant. The Roof Hub, 281 in Redland Road. We'll see you at the Roo.
Right now at the Home Depot, shop Spring Black Friday savings and get up to 40% off, plus up to $500 off select appliances from top brands like Samsung. Get a fridge with 0 clearance hinges, so the doors open fully even in tighter spaces in your kitchen, and laundry that saves you time. like an all-in-one washer-dryer that can run a full load in just 68 minutes. Shop Spring Black Friday savings, plus get free delivery on appliance purchases of $998 or more at the Home Depot. Offer valid April 9th through April 29th. U.S. only. See store online for details.
Join us for San Antonio's most elevated fiesta event, Taste of the Northside, presented by HEB, on Thursday, April 23rd at 6 p.m. at the Rocket La Cantera. Enjoy tastings from over 50 local restaurants, plus premier wine, cocktails, cold beers, and live entertainment for one all-inclusive price. All proceeds benefit Brighton Center, serving children with disabilities and developmental delays in San Antonio. Tickets can be purchased at tasteofthenorthside.org. Viva Fiesta!
Workdays can be unpredictable, but your workwear shouldn't be. With the Cintas Apparel Plus program, you'll have freshly laundered garments for everyone on your team delivered every week. Cintas has workwear for just about any job imaginable, with high-performance fabrics and an uncompromising fit that stretches and moves with you. Don't leave looking and feeling good to chance. Visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
Back here live at Northwest Automotive Warehouse on Calabria Road. This is the Blitz, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. It is Tuesday. I'm Joe Reinagle. He's Jason Minix. And, lots of breaking news. We have the Diana Rossini news. She resigned from her role at The Athletic. And then Sharon Moore, remember him?
Oh, of course.
Sentenced to 18 months probation. So his ordeal is finally come to a conclusion. So a lot of stuff going on today.
You know, it's interesting because he does avoid jail, but 18 months probation, fined just over $1,000 for 2 misdemeanors. But if you remember some of the charges that were levied against him, and of course he was let go.
Yeah.
You wonder now that we're at this point of the process, does he have any kind of legal action towards the University of Michigan or not? I mean, I still think the conduct unbecoming or whatever you call it as a military guy, that's what it falls under. But at the same time, some of this just I don't know.
I don't think he has any recourse with the University of Michigan, especially the fact he has been sentenced. I mean, found guilty and sentenced, and so I'm not sure exactly what he would be able to fight that with or argue with. I'm not a lawyer, so I don't know. Maybe a lawyer out there would disagree with me, but I'm sure he's just happy to get it over with and try and move on with his life the best way that he possibly can. He's trying to fix a marriage and all kinds of stuff when it goes there. So he's got a lot of other things to do.
Yeah, but I mean the felony part of what he was originally charged with, apparently nothing coming from that. So we will.
Well,
we
he's
will
fortunate.
See.
Yeah,
very, very, very fortunate. So with the draft a week from Thursday, at least the first round of the draft, things get started. You're starting to see a lot of the pre-draft press conferences, although it feels a little early. I mean, next week you see a lot of them. I know. Obviously the Patriots one made a lot of news because Mike Vrabel wasn't a part of their pre-draft press conference. And it's news because last year he was front and center last year. And this year with the Diana Rossini story, he wasn't included, which is why it's news. Sometimes the head coach isn't there and it's the GM show. But last year Vrabel was. So when he wasn't this year, it became a bigger story. But Stephen Jones, in a interview earlier today on 105.3 The Fan in Dallas, obviously talking draft, and really what I find interesting, we're a little over a week away, and he makes it sound as if they have not finalized their first-round draft board grading.
It's still a little early, but, usually we're in that 16 to 20, 21, 22 range.
That's a big number right there. I like hearing that one right now. How much?
Now, I don't know that we'll get there this year, in terms of the 20s, but, we're grinding it out right now. And as you said, we hadn't put the final grades on anything. And, this will obviously evolve into a board that we really have confidence in.
call BS on that answer. I've talked to Stephen Jones enough through the years to know that a week out, that draft board is more or less finalized. And every day they're coming in and doing some sort of different mock draft practice and throwing out all different kinds of scenarios so they're prepared for everything. And I thought it was interesting that he went as high as 20s for first round grade, since they pick at 12 and 20 as we sit right now, because normally, you get, I don't know, 14, 16, 18 that might have a first round grade. And typically somebody going in the 20s likely has a second round grade.
Yeah, for the most part, right? So I don't. That's why I don't see them taking anybody at 20. I really don't. I think the Cowboys are going to move. Look, they've had a lot of. There've been a lot of stories that say watch the Cowboys to do something that they don't normally do, and that's to move up in the draft and make a big splash.
Steven. Apparently, we're not going to hear from Steven here on all those trades.
No, I think it's too early to tell that. I think, next week as people finalize their boards and start to strategize, have their strategy sessions, then that comes into play. But I'm still a big believer that most of these trades, happen, as you're on the board. Players fall off that you wanted, and then you're willing to come out. Players are staying on the board that you might not think might be there, and then you're attempted to move up a little bit. You might not be willing to, give up what it costs to go way up the draft. But if a player starts to fall, then you get a little thought that, hey, maybe we could move up and it wouldn't cost as much, and we still get the guy that, that we think is the best player for us in a particular draft, depending on where you pick.
That's what concerns me a little bit. It wouldn't cost us too much. And that's kind of the Cowboy way these days. It won't cost us that much. If you want a guy, go get him.
Well, I mean, but again, at the right price. See, you're a fan, and you make it seem like it's that easy. Steven says, not so fast, my friend.
There's that old deal when the phone doesn't ring, you know it's me or it's a problem. And certainly, when you're trying to call and go back, the price goes way down, and it's really hard to get value. We've certainly attempted if we really do want to trade down, but most of the time, when you're having to make those calls to say, hey, would you give me something for this? What would you give me for this pick? Or here's what the chart says. Would you be willing to do it? We're willing to come out. It's not near as successful as when the phone's ringing and they're wanting to come up and get the pick.
See, that just pisses me off every time I hear Jerry or Steven talk like that. I mean, it's okay if the phone rings and it's that guy making the call, do you want to move? But be damned if you pick up the phone call and say you want to move. If you want something, go get it, right? Have the closer mentality.
Yes.
Right? And they don't. Anybody right now listening that's any kind of sales, if you don't ask, you're not going to get the deal done. Sometimes, Steven, you got to pick up that damn phone if there's something you want.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Look, there's a lot of good defensive players that are going to go early in this draft. Now, I'm not saying break the bank to move all the way down to 3 or 4, because that would cost you a lot. But there just might be a player there that's worth it, that you're going to do better getting that guy than drafting at 12 or 20.
Well, again, I know they've had a lot of picks from the University of Michigan that haven't worked. Maybe they need to look at their rivalry and fall in love with a Buckeye.
Absolutely. There's you look at that, and no way is this being critical, but you look at some of their guys and you go, how in the hell did they ever lose a football game? When you look at all the Buckeyes that are on the board, and obviously they had a great football team, and hats off to Indiana. They ended up putting it together and were able to pull it off and win the thing. And but certainly there's the Buckeyes have more than their fair share of guys in the first round of this draft.
Without a doubt, a lot of those guys are great defensive players that would look pretty good in a Cowboys uniform and make a difference. And I think sooner rather than later, some of those guys. it's going to be fascinating to see what the Cowboys ultimately do. They not typically won't make a big splash, but boy, I'd like to see that happen this year.
And maybe that's them picking up the phone and calling. And because again, you see all these reports, the Cowboys are going to be aggressive and they're going to try to move up to 3 and all this kind of stuff. What do you think? Arizona's going to call and say, "Hey guys, you want our pick? We don't like it." No, I mean, their attitude sometimes is there, and it's kind of like the George Pickens deal. They asked Stephen Jones about George Pickens and if they've gotten any calls about a trade for that wide receiver.
Yeah, you hate to get into things like that, but no, we've had no one call, with interest in George Pickens.
Well, I mean, I think there's a reason for that. I say that. The way they put in the franchise tag, number one, you can't offer him anything, but you can certainly say, "Hey, we'll give you this, this, and this for George Pickens, and on top of that, we'll sign him."
Again, if you want to trade, you got to make the call, because somebody can go offer George Pickens a deal now, and if George accepts it, the Cowboys will get the equivalent of 2 first-round picks, which is 2 first-round picks. But if somebody called and said, "Hey, we want to work a trade," they could actually do that. I think Steven's sending a message, ain't nobody want George Pickens. Nobody's going to pay him that. I hope David Mulligetta hears this. No, not one call, not one conversation thinking George Pickens is worthy of elite wide receiver 1 money.
Wow.
That's what I heard from Stephen Jones.
Could very well be. You're exactly right. And I don't know. I mean, the guy's been solid. Is he a number 1 guy? No, he thinks he is. I think he can be. He showed last year when CeeDee Lamb was hurt that he could step up and be that guy. And it's just, again, when you're talking about that kind of money, especially as we get further in the process, that dollar figure is going to go up and up and up. And it will be interesting to see whoever ends up signing George Pickens, whether that's the Cowboys or somebody else, what he ultimately gets. Because I just don't know that the Cowboys aren't going to pay him more than CeeDee Lamb. I think I would be shocked, and I think that's in the Book of Revelations, Jason, that the world would come to an end. That would be it. I just don't know, man. And so I think if Pickens is going to get a big haul, it's going to have to be with somebody else and not the Dallas Cowboys, or he can resign to the fact that, hey, $32 million ain't too bad.
No, it's pretty good living. And again, I look at it's cheaper for the Cowboys to play him on the tag this year and pay him on the tag next year than to sign him to a 4-year deal at gazillions of dollars. He's not getting JSN type of money.
Well, I did see something where he tweeted out he's laying on a beach somewhere and he doesn't seem to be too concerned about any of it at this point in time.
Accurate.
July 15th is the date. So everybody's got a lot of time before this happens. I am looking forward to the draft. A week from Thursday is the first round of the NFL draft, and it is going to be a lot of fun. We are live here at Northwest Automotive Warehouse on Calabria Road. Come out here and see us if you're in the area. Come on out here. You can register for some free tickets to SeaWorld. You can also shop some of the great deals that they have going on here at NAW. That's where we're at. Come see us. Come say hello. This is the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Injuries happen, and when they do, you can skip the ER and get straight to the Ortho Now Injury Clinic by TSAOG Orthopedics and Spine. Ortho Now provides walk-in care for injuries like broken bones, dislocations, sprains, and strains, conveniently located in the Corey area with extended hours Monday through Saturday. They have on-site x-ray casting and bracing. In fact, Ortho Now has everything you need to treat your injury, but best of all, no urgent care or emergency room copay. So if you're injured, get to the Ortho Now Injury Clinic. Learn more online at TSAOG.com. That's TSAOG.com.
You're listening to The Blitz. Afternoons 2 to 6. KTFM Floresville. And everywhere at SASportsStar.com.
At Fisher Investments, we may seem like other money managers, but we're different.
Are you really that different than the rest of us?
We are. As a fiduciary, we always focus on what's best for our clients.
What's What services do you offer besides investing?
We have a team of specialists in financial planning, estate planning, and more.
Your clients rely on you for all that?
Yes, we ensure clients receive unparalleled service at every step of the relationship.
Okay, but you still sell commission-based products, right?
No, because we believe that's a conflict of interest. We prioritize service over sales goals.
So then how do your fees work?
We have a simple and transparent fee that's a percentage of our clients' portfolios. So we do better when our clients do better.
Wow, we're more different than I thought.
At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different. Learn more at fisherinvestments.com.
Investing in securities involves the risk of loss.
Something big is happening at Macy's. 60% off diamonds, 30 to 50% off the latest spring sandals and shoes, plus thousands more deals across the store. This is Macy's biggest spring sale, and these are some of the best deals of the season. The kind where you walk out wondering, how did I get all that? Really, don't sleep on this. Macy's biggest spring sale today. Savings off select prices. Exclusions apply.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
ZipRecruiter. Domestic violence is one of the most widespread crimes in Texas, yet one of the least reported. When someone walks through the doors of the Battered Women and Children Shelter, they're looking for safety. Help exists, and it's closer than you think. Christie's Hope supports the shelter with housing, trauma recovery, and long-term aid. Thomas J. Henry stands with us in our commitment to end domestic violence. If you or someone you love needs help, visit christieshope.org.
This Thursday, the Blitz is taking over Novo Brewery. We're hosting the Business Networking International April Mixer. Food specials, drink specials, and your chance to network with business professionals across San Antonio. It's Novo Brewery attached to North Star Mall Thursday, beginning at 2 o'clock.
Attention coaches, educators, and booster clubs. Need a fundraiser that's different from the rest? With Gardenville, supporters purchase something they already need. High quality, locally sourced mulch and compost. Your organization earns money on every sale. Real products, real value, with support from Gardenville to keep it simple. Ready to grow your fundraiser? Visit garden-ville.com/fundraising. That's garden-ville.com/fundraising.
Here's a tale of Becky. Didn't know what to do with new meds prescribed and no real cost clue.
She squinted at prices, that can't be right. Then tapped GoodRx and saw the light.
She can get a deal, book telehealth if she feels.
Learn about those meds without any stress. That one little app does all the rest. Even my horse downloaded it. Dang, save time and money on prescriptions.
Check GoodRx. GoodRx is not insurance.
San Antonio's Sports Center.
Breaking this afternoon, the Athletics' Diana Rossini has resigned. Her departure comes amid an investigation by the Athletic into Rossini's conduct, and a relationship with Patriots head coach Mike Vrabel. Well, tonight the Spurs will find out who they're going to face in the first round of the playoffs. San Antonio will take on the winner of the 7-8 matchup between Portland and Phoenix. Tip-off from Phoenix is set for 9 o'clock.
Joe Reinagle.
That's the third time in 7 seasons, the San Antonio Spurs are the NBA champions.
Jason Minutes.
They go back to big day as Super Bowl champions. Dallas 52, Buffalo 17.
It's the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Holiday Tuesday, we are starting Fiesta 2 days early out at Northwest Automotive Warehouse. That's where we are this afternoon, right there on Calabria Road, and we are having a great time. I'm Joe Reinagle. He is Jason Minix, and we just had to endure talking to a 49er fan for the last couple of minutes.
You know, and here's the thing. Loyal listener to this program, which we appreciate.
We do appreciate that.
Yeah, he's in the roofing business, and so he's hearing about some of the Fiesta promos they have here at NAW. And for him, that's what he needs, right?
Absolutely.
And he knows he can save money here when he comes in and mentions the Blitz. Although the 49er tax that they're going to have on his order is going to be pretty incredible. See, I'd give him a plug for his roofing business, but his hat. So how does a guy from San Antonio, who's 54, become a 49er fan? He's that dude. All my family's Cowboy fans, and had to be a little different.
Well, look, I have that in common with him.
Uh-huh.
I do. It was the same way when I was a kid. It was, everybody was a Cowboy fan, and I said, well, I'm going to be a Houston Oiler fan.
Mm-hmm.
That was kind of the way that it was, and that's how I got in my fandom with the Houston Oilers at that time.
There are people that just like being the punching bag.
Well, sometimes.
I mean, and I get it.
I hate the Pittsburgh Steelers.
I mean, this dude said, yeah, I saw the catch, and I went, that's my team. I saw the catch, and that's my team. Yeah. His hat says, faithful by the Bay. And again, I get it. He's probably never been to the Bay. He's probably been to Aransas Pass, but he's probably never been to San Francisco. And hell, they play in Santa Clara. It's an hour away. This year's Super Bowl out there sucked with the traffic and the way everything was laid out. But, just remember, your most recent trophy is older than the Cowboys' most recent trophy.
Well, and I like how you say that. And that's actually factual. But
it is factual.
They have been back to the Super Bowl.
I know. Super Bowl loser.
Since the Spurs.
I mean.
Oh, I see. So you'd be okay. You'd rather not go if you're going to lose. Is that what you're telling me?
I'm just saying you haven't won it all.
Okay.
It doesn't matter that you've been back. What have you won it? Have you won a championship? The answer is no.
So you're on the same level as the Cowboys.
I'm just saying that, only one team every year ends the season with the win. And for San Francisco, that hasn't happened since 1994.
Wow.
I mean, it's true.
Well, it is true.
I mean, sure, they've been back and they lost. Do you want 30-year drought heartbreak and jokes, or the heartbreak of getting there and losing?
Well,
I mean, you're a Titan fan. You are a yard short.
A yard short.
I mean, the heartbreak there. Heartbreak just being a yard short.
No, I mean, it was heartbreaking at the time, but more heartbreaking was, Jim Kelly getting hurt and some dude named Frank Reich coming in, a guy I'd never heard of, and leading the Buffalo Bills to a massive comeback.
Was it 35-3?
It was something. Yes, it was, because the Oilers scored right to open the third quarter.
Yeah.
With a pick.
And you were celebrating.
Of course. They would have kicked the Cowboys' ass that year.
Oh.
Dude,
sure.
They would have.
I mean, you say that, and I say Dez caught it, and they would have won the Super Bowl that year, and you say, you don't know that.
We don't know
same rules apply.
I'm just saying, dude,
that Oiler team couldn't hold a big old lead against a backup quarterback. And you think they were going to beat Troy Aikman and Emmitt Smith and Michael Irvin?
I'm sure that Frank Reich is a good man, but I hate him.
Yeah?
I hate him.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
His fault. Well, of course it's his fault.
His fault.
Yeah, that one is more heartbreaking than the 1 yard.
Yeah.
Quite honestly.
Well, sure. And that wasn't even in the Super Bowl.
No.
I mean.
It was the AFC Championship game.
I mean.
And I think that's our promo or our intro when the Bills got their asses kicked 56 to whatever the hell that was.
When are we ever going to change that?
I don't know.
I mean, hadn't our boss told us he was good? See, Joe and I have no control over that, believe it or not. And, around the holidays, we were going to get a new one.
We've asked.
It's April
we've asked.
14th.
Lot of changes coming to the radio station at different facets, and I don't mean changes by anything drastic, but upgrades.
Not to the lineup, at least locally.
Upgrades.
Well, just on our social stuff.
Social stuff. A great meeting today that we had.
Means more work for Pledge.
It is going to be more work for Pledge, and he doesn't know it yet, but he'll get that list shortly.
Well, he didn't make the meeting. The one guy that should have been in that meeting
Yeah.
It wasn't in that meeting.
And dude, I had to get to the station at 9:45 this morning.
I know it.
I don't know what's going on with that.
Yeah.
Craziness.
Yeah.
No, I'm glad I did. It's good. And that's a good thing. So again, what we learned today, and I want you guys that are, especially the loyal YouTube followers, we appreciate you guys very much, but go to sasportstar.com. That was the big push today. Get you guys to the website. You can watch the same thing on sasportstar.com.
Yeah, but apparently we get different credits if you hit the YouTube button from sasportstar.com. So do us a favor and go over there.
Plus, you got to see the picture that's up on that. It's pretty goofy.
Yeah, and that's AI.
And yes, and apparently we can change that from day to day. So I hope it's changed tomorrow.
Yeah, we don't get any say in that either.
No, we don't.
Somehow they got me into a sport coat. Oh, what kind of crap is that?
Yeah, I don't know. Is that before you went to Target or after?
Well, clearly after, because that's the sport coat I bought at Target. It's fancy.
Yeah.
You spent $1,500 on yours, and mine looks just the same. In fact, mine looks better.
No, I wouldn't say that.
It looks better.
I never spent $1,500 on anything.
Oh,
like
please!
That. I promise you,
please,
dude.
Your wardrobe. Come on.
I'll go to a casino and gamble away thousands. But buying clothes, man, I'm not going to do it.
Really?
I'm not.
Really?
I can't do it.
Really?
How
many Tommy Bahamas did you buy this weekend?
Yeah, but I told you how much they were.
Oh, I'm kidding.
Dude, we found a place in St. Louis. It's a Dillard's, kind of an outlet Dillard's or one of those things. They had Tommy Bahama shirts in there for $50.
It's amazing.
I mean,
you know what's amazing about that? Ryan Eagle on vacation in St. Louis at the mall.
Well, it wasn't me, dude. I didn't have a lot of choice. My wife, hey, we're going to stop by Dillard's for a little while.
Yeah.
Okay. This was right after lunch. I was held captive.
You were held captive.
I was held captive.
You were held captive.
Yes.
See, and I'm guessing that fancy mall that you were at.
It wasn't fancy.
Well, and it didn't have anything like Novo, something attached to it to where you could go have a beer.
It did not.
Which is a damn shame.
Well, it really is a damn shame.
Best part about Novo.
You know, it really is.
Because your wife can go shopping and you can go get something to eat and drink a beer and watch the game.
And you know what else is cool about that is we're actually going to be out there on Thursday at Novo Brewery attached to North Star Mall. And, you know, when I say attached to North Star Mall, what I'm saying is, yes, it is in the mall, but it's got its own entrance. I mean, you can get there through the mall if you'd like, if you want to do that. If you're there shopping, you want to go get a beer and some lunch or whatever it is. But it's got its own entrance. So they're not married to mall hours. And so they're open late. In fact, it's a great place to go. You want to watch some NBA action tonight, the play-in tournament, go to Novo Brewery. And again, make plans right now to be out there with us on Thursday. The Blitz will be live from 2 to 6 on Thursday at Novo Brewery. Can't wait because it is the new sports watching destination. 8 massive LED screens, 80 feet of LED video walls, 60 craft beers on tap. And they've also got domestic beer on tap there, a huge selection of that. They've got that kombucha on draft, which is delicious, by the way, and it's a full bar. So if beer's not your thing, kombucha's not your thing, they can make you any kind of cocktail that you would like, and it is fantastic. The menu, the food, outstanding. Anything from wings to ribeye steaks. The picanha skewers are my go-to, and I love those things. You talk about tender, delicious picanha. It is outstanding. You need to get in there and try this place because I'm telling you, you go once, you will become a part of your routine, I can guarantee you. And you can take the family. It is kid-friendly to go to Novo Brewery. Get on in there. It's their very first location in Texas. Check them out before you go if you'd like. NovoBrew.com. That's N-O-V-O Brew.com.
Join us for San Antonio's most elevated fiesta event, Taste of the Northside, presented by H-E-B, on Thursday, April 23rd at 6 p.m. at the Rocket La Cantera. Enjoy tastings from over 50 local restaurants, plus premier wine, cocktails, cold beers, and live entertainment for one all-inclusive price. All proceeds benefit Brighton Center, serving children with disabilities and developmental delays in San Antonio. Tickets can be purchased at tasteofthenorthside.org. Viva Fiesta!
Hey everybody, Joe Reinigle here for Window Nation. You know, spring is a great time to open your windows and wait, your windows won't open? They leak? They're cracked? They need repainting again? Getting top quality custom fit windows from Window Nation is easy and affordable. During the More You Buy, the More You Save sale, you could save up to 50% off. Plus, you could get them with 0% interest for 5 years. During uncertain times, one of the best investments you can make is in your home. So visit windownation.com now to book a consultation.
On top of home and auto, Progressive protects your boat, RV, and motorcycle so you can explore the unknown.
Actually, we just take the RV to the same campground every year.
Well, maybe you can catch your own dinner on your boat.
Oh, we can actually get pizza delivered there from this brick oven place we love.
Will you at least try a new topping?
Honestly, probably not. We kind of have a go-to order.
Fine. Just bundle home or auto insurance with your outdoor vehicles with Progressive and stay protected when you go, I guess, where you've gone before. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Not available in all states or situations.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Texting enrolls you in a recurring automated marketing text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
The team's looking good this season.
I think so. Man, I miss playing football. Ever since I turned 40, I just can't find that fire I used to have.
Think it could be lower testosterone?
What do you mean?
I was feeling the same way. After 40, the body has less testosterone, and men lose their edge. That's why I take Nugenix Total T2.
That's the testosterone booster, right?
Yes, but Total T2 is their brand new formula that skyrockets nitric oxide levels in as little as 3 hours. Since I started taking it, I've been lifting like when we played for Coach Carter. My energy is way up, and it even spiced up things between me and the missus.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles?
Yep, just send a text.
Text TIP to 215-215 for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T2, the next generation testosterone booster. Text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, our newest, most powerful fat burner ever, absolutely free. Text TIP to 215-215. That's TIP to 215-215.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Hornitos 100% agave tequila isn't for the few, but for the many. To pour with friends and friends of friends. For you, for me, for everyone. Hornitos, the tequila de todos.
100% agave tequila for 100% of tequila lovers. Hornitos Tequila, 40% alcohol volume, 2026 Salsa Tequila Import Company, Chicago, Illinois.
Buyers Barricades is proud to provide traffic control, rental, and sales for work zones and events in the San Antonio area and beyond. Buyers Barricades, the Texas authority in barricade rental. Learn more online at buyersbarricades.com. That's buyersbarricades.com.
It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
Coming up on the Morning Huddle, the Spurs will know their first round fate. Is it Phoenix? Is it Portland? We'll talk about it.
Oh, the play-ins, not the playoffs, the play-ins. More games to come. And oh, by the way, we're only 8 days away from the NFL Draft. We'll check in on Cowboys and Texans. You better get it early. Party starts at 6.
It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. Mornings 6 to 10 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. It's the Blitz with Jason and Joe on 90.
And we're live at Northwest Automotive Warehouse on Culebra Road. That's where we're at, where Fiesta has begun already. 2 days early. The promotions and sales that they've got going on out here are incredible. If you need to spiff up your truck a little bit, then this is the place to come.
It really is. So many great specials. Just mention the Blitz when you come in. And I would highly recommend going to somebody wearing a 94-1 T-shirt. That's apparently the uniform of the day here.
Apparently so.
If they're not wearing the T-shirt, they're a 49er fan, and you don't want to talk to them.
Well, this guy doesn't have a T-shirt on. I'm wondering why. We need to hook this dude up here. Yeah.
I mean, find the old Mexican, and they'll take care of you. That's what's on his business card.
There he is.
Yep.
Look at this.
Absolutely.
Oh.
Absolutely. That's what he's doing and going
now, see,
there.
that T-shirt would look much better on her than it does on you. I'm going to tell you that right now. Yeah.
Well, give her one. She wants one, give her one.
What size?
Yeah, there you go. Don't strip, sir.
Please
don't strip. Oh, wait. Whoa.
So, yeah, just tell them what size and they'll hook you up. That was awful. Dude, we got to go until 6 o'clock here. I'm about to lose my lunch on that.
Uh-huh. That I didn't need to see. You know, right when I was going to tell people to come by and get a Frito pie. There's somebody that doesn't need another Frito pie.
Oh, my goodness.
Good Lord.
Well,
I know, Joe, you were off yesterday.
I was.
Didn't get a chance to react to the Masters. But there's one story of the Masters that I know. Well, I just know you, and I'm sure that you have some wonderful thoughts about Sergio Garcia, who apologized today.
Yeah, really? That was an apology?
He says, I want to apologize for my actions.
Well,
that's an apology.
You know what? Here's the deal with Serge.
Serge.
Yeah.
You're tight.
The guy's, he's always kind of been a donkey. I mean, let's face it. He really has been. Even before he did to the live. But, you know, come on. I mean, I don't see, 12-year-olds doing what he did at the Masters. I mean, everybody gets pissed off at a bad golf shot. Even the pros, they don't like it. But, I mean, just start banging things around, breaking clubs. I mean, I got no use for that.
Yeah, you are much more into the golf scene than I am. Although, man, I watched almost the entire round on CBS, and I was watching different holes before then. Sunday, I didn't leave the house after I dropped my wife off at the airport. Got home and just watched golf all day long, which is fantastic.
Yeah,
and I saw that when it happened live, and and they were talking about, oh my God, I can't believe he's doing this at the Masters, and of course he broke his driver head, and
yes, he did.
And so now you're screwed the rest of the day. But as traditional as they are there at Augusta, he's won the Masters, so he gets a lifetime invite to come back.
He does.
Can the Masters not say, you know what, dude, you act like that, we can pull that card?
Yes, they can.
Why won't they?
Well, they gave him a reprimand, I guess,
or
whatever
that.
that. Well,
a slap on the wrist.
It's exactly.
I mean,
right.
he loses his locker. It's now next to the trash can in the toilet.
Well, it could very well be.
What? I mean,
it could very well.
Can
be.
they keep this guy from ever coming back?
Well, they can. They're not going to. They don't want to do that if at all possible. But yeah, I think if he does that again next year, I think they'll say don't come back. It's absolute. What's great about the Masters is they kind of make their own rules. I mean, they really do when it comes to that golf tournament. So they can do what they want. There's a lot of tradition, but if you don't disrespect what's going on out there, and especially you don't disrespect Augusta National, and he just looked like a complete idiot anyway. And so that's kind of the bottom line. I mean, when you look at him, you're going, dude, what the? I mean, you look like a moron.
I don't even know. I mean, a reprimand from the Masters for this is almost like what our city council recently did to the mayor. It's just public embarrassment.
Well, that's it.
But there's no teeth to it, right?
Although he embarrassed himself.
Well, he did. But I am surprised as whatever description you want. I'm surprised the Masters did more than just put his nose in the corner for 2 minutes, right? I mean, he's in timeout. I mean, I wish they'd pull his card.
Well,
his invite.
They could certainly do that. They don't want to do that. You give him the warning this time. If he does it again, I have a feeling that probably will happen, Jason. And I mean, but again, he embarrassed the hell out of himself, and he just looked like a complete fool. And again, a driver to that guy, he can break a driver, and it doesn't matter. And whoever his sponsor is going to get him another one. But yeah, it was an embarrassment for sure. And yeah, what else do you expect from these live guys?
Really?
I mean, come on.
From the live guys.
Did you see not one of those donkeys did anything?
Yeah.
Carroll Hatton, I guess, was the highest finisher. Patrick Reed fell off the face of the earth in the final round. I mean,
he still had a pretty damn good score. I mean, was he there in the running?
For 3 days, he was.
You know what I'm curious of is in that golf pool that we were in.
Yeah.
And the way it was tiered out, nobody in our group, in our collection of friends and people that were in that pool, nobody had Rory winning. Nobody had Rory because they were all tiered, and Scotty Scheffler and Rory were in the same tier. Nobody picked Rory, and not everybody picked Scotty Scheffler.
Which is stealing my Lucky Charms.
Which is kind of crazy, isn't it? And that's what made that exciting on Sunday. I mean, Scheffler was making a run, and you're thinking, oh man, if this comes down to Scheffler and McIlroy at the end, it was just a lot of fun. But the golf was good down the stretch. I felt bad for Cam Young. With Tommy Fleetwood, he kind of fell off the face of the earth on Sunday too. But that's the Masters. That's Augusta. I mean, from one day to the next, you can shoot 64 one day and 74 the next. It's just the way that it is. I did see where Scheffler, though, Jason, came out and was critical. He said there was an unfair advantage he noticed between guys that teed off in the morning and the afternoon, and they made the green softer. And I don't know if that's sour grapes or what the hell it is, or he saw something. I'm not sure. But, and again, I say to that, and I love Scotty Scheffler. He's great. But, I mean, come on, dude. Don't say that. Just go play.
It's exactly the way it is. Just go play. And again, that happens at every golf tournament when you have your morning times and your afternoon times, and depending on weather, you're going to see it. And for Rory to have the Thursday and Friday that he did, and I know I talked about this some yesterday, but I'm thankful that he kind of came back to earth over the weekend and the rest of the field got there to give us the drama that we had on Sunday, because Saturday morning I'm thinking, well, Sunday's not going to be worth watching because Rory's just going to have such a big lead. It's who's going to be in second, and that wasn't the case. It was not a runaway the way it was looking like, and you did have that drama. And Rory, such a likable guy outside of his thoughts on the Valero Texas Open in San Antonio, is the kind of champion you could all root for. And I'm curious your thoughts, Mr. Golf Guy. We've been waiting for somebody to take over the Tiger Woods role. Is it now Rory against the field with him now with the career Grand Slam, 2 Masters, the relaxed Rory that you're getting now? We all thought it might be Jordan Spieth. He's a little too erratic. Brooks Koepka isn't really that guy. Is Rory now the guy at every tournament?
Well, I think it's between him and Scotty Scheffler, yes. And I think Scheffler more so, although Rory's resume is a little bit better than Scheffler at this point in time. But look, there's only 4 guys now that have won back-to-back. Tiger being one, Jack Nicklaus being the other, and I think was it Seve Ballesteros that was the other? I'm
Nick
not sure
Faldo.
who the other guy. But now Nick Faldo, thank you, Pledge. He's the other one. So Rory made history, and it was pretty incredible. Winning that tournament once is amazing. But Jack Nicklaus came out and he said, you know what? He said it's harder to win that thing the first time than it is the second time. And I just thought that was interesting because you are relaxed. You've done it. And they were talking about it, Jason, that's Rory on that golf course is just comfortable. He's more comfortable on that golf course, I think, than anywhere else. So he's going to be tough to beat from here on out. That's for sure.
And again, he's got the career Grand Slam.
He does.
And now 2 Masters. Just an incredible weekend watching.
It's fun, and I know a lot of people don't like to watch golf on TV, and I understand that. I'm a little bit different. I like to follow players, but I know a lot of people that watch this golf tournament. For whatever reason, this golf tournament is, I don't know, it just kind of captivates everybody.
Well, I think, one, the beauty. Normally, CBS has incredible camera work. They did not on Sunday. They were awful,
criticized for that
as
too.
they should. But I do think there is something to be said about an event like that, where you see all these incredible crowd shots and not one cell phone, not one camera. And you see those photos. Even my mother, when I was talking to my mother on Monday, she was talking about that because he was, and she didn't watch a second of the Masters, but some news story and the fact that they still are able to get away with keeping phones off the course.
Mm-hmm.
And my mom, could you do that? Well, sure. I mean, I would. And everybody that you talk to that's been fortunate enough to go, the first 20, 30 minutes are terrifying. But then you do things like, all right, we're going to meet here at,
Sure.
4:30 or
yeah.
what old school paper maps. I saw April Lancira post. She was there Saturday and Sunday with her husband Jason, and they, you kind of have the paper course map, and all right, we're going to meet here at this particular time, and you're living in the moment, not through your phone. That is pretty incredible. And I'm always like, God, could you imagine, having dinner, like old school? Because my family, my dad, dinner was always ready at 6:00. Not 5:58, not 6:03, and that's how it was, right?
Yeah,
dinner was at 6:00, and the idea, and she was like, "Could you imagine your father if you had a cell phone at the table?" No.
Oh man, it's cool, and it was a good weekend of golf. If you're into stuff like that, I was, and had an opportunity to watch a lot of it. that is for sure. Just because it was kind of one of those weekends, right? Chill. We're there to see the mother-in-law and some family, and so it was good. And she had a brand new bottle of Tito's, and I put a dent in that thing. Well,
did you get her new before you left?
No, I did not. But it was good, and a lot of cold beer too. So it was good. Good weekend, one of those relaxing ones, and a lot of fun, that's for sure. Next weekend and the weekends from here on out, as long as the Spurs stay alive in the NBA playoffs, might not be as calm. It might be a little nervous watching Spurs basketball these days in the playoffs again. Are we used to it, Jason? Have we lost our ability to watch the playoffs and root for the Spurs? No, is the answer, but I think you're going to be nervous as hell with every possession, everything, all of it. We'll find out who the Spurs will open up the playoffs with tonight. Let's talk about it. When we continue here from Northwest Automotive Warehouse on Calabria Road, come on out here and see us. You might win some tickets to SeaWorld. Speaking of that, before we go, we've got 2 4-packs of tickets to go see the Gunslingers play football in Freeman Coliseum. Why don't we give away one of those 4-packs right now? What do you say?
Yeah, we'll do that.
Well, caller what?
Well, what was Rory? 12 under?
I believe not. I don't remember.
Yes.
12 under, yes.
Yes, it was 12
caller
under.
12?
The answer is always yes if I throw that out there. I know what the number is.
Whatever.
You think I don't know what the number
well,
is.
I don't know.
You're stealing my Lucky Charms.
Caller 12. Caller 12. 210-656-ESPN. 656-3776. You win a 4-pack of tickets to see the Gunslingers take on Vegas Saturday afternoon at Freeman Coliseum.
And if you don't win this time around, guess what? We got another 4-pack of tickets we're going to give away before the end of the show. So stay tuned right here to the Blitz, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Let me tell you, though, about my Kinetico quality water softener. I love this thing, and I like to brag about it, quite frankly, because, there's some of those things that you get and you put in your house and you're really happy with, some things not so much. This product has just been a game changer for us, for me and Maggie in our house. It really has. Whether you're taking a shower, the clothes out of the washing machine, dishes out of the dishwasher, everything is just better. And let me tell you what the cherry on top of all of this is. When you buy a Kinetico quality water softener, the fine folks at Kinetico are going to give you a free reverse osmosis drinking station, and they'll install it right there in your kitchen sink. So what does that mean for you? Well, stop carrying bottled water in from the grocery store into your house. You don't have to do that anymore because you got it right there at your kitchen sink. You just fill up a glass. There you go. Bada bing, bada boom. It's all done. It is a fantastic incentive for this. Not to mention the fact that they've still given away free money. 0% interest for 12 months. 0% interest for 12 months. Look, stop putting this off. You know you want one. You know you want the best for your family, and the absolute best is Kinetico. Give them a call, 656-PURE, 656-7873, or you can get them online at KineticoSA.com. And you know the jingle, sing it with me. It's the last water softener you'll ever own. Call 656-PURE, Kinetico.
Spring Black Friday is on at the Home Depot. Save on grills and patio sets that will be sure to bring your hosting game up a notch. Fire up your feast with help from the Home Depot and save on grills. Like the Next Grill 4-burner propane gas grill was $249, now on special buy for $199. Or give everyone the best seat in the yard with the Hampton Bay Mayfield Park 4-piece conversation set for only $399. Save on grills and patio sets with low prices guaranteed during Spring Black Friday only at the Home Depot. Now through April 22nd, while supplies last. Exclusions apply. See homedepot.com/price match for details.
From the producers of The Crown.
You are invited to attend an interview for the position of assistant dresser for Her Royal Highness the Duchess of York.
Comes a new BritBox original drama inspired by a true story.
As time passes, speculation is growing. Could Jane Andrews have killed the man she loved?
Starring Natalie Dormer and Mia McKenna-Bruce.
I don't want an ordinary life! However did it come to this?
The Lady. Streaming March 18th, only on BritBox. Watch with a free trial at BritBox.com.
This is an important notice to all U.S. taxpayers. The IRS is giving away billions of dollars in tax savings through a federal program called the Fresh Start Initiative to aid delinquent taxpayers. This initiative was established for anyone facing financial hardship and unable to pay their back taxes. Qualifying and enrolling in this program will stop all collections, settle your delinquent tax problem, and even reduce what you owe by thousands of dollars. Call the hotline at People's Tax Relief to see if you qualify and get this free information by dialing 800-927-1086. If you have unfiled tax returns or cannot afford to pay your personal or business back taxes, you can now get the help you need. One simple phone call can resolve your tax problem and save you thousands of dollars. To see if you qualify and to get this important free information, call 800-927-1086. 800-927-1086. 800-927-1086.
Mellow Mushroom has the best pizza in San Antonio. Mellow delivers the best pizza experience with their delicious dough, premium ingredients, and unique flavors. Delivering a higher order of pizza is the standard. If Mellow can make a pizza this delicious, imagine what they can do with munchies, greens, calzones, and burgers. Mellow Mushroom has San Antonio's best happy hour with food specials and half-off adult beverages. Mellow Mushroom is at 1604 and Stone Oak Parkway. Hang with friends, watch the game, and mellow out at Mellow Mushroom.
The Gomez Law Firm has been San Antonio's trusted law firm for 50 years. We have Jose with the Gomez Law Firm here with us today. Jose, tell us about the cases you all specialize in.
We do ride-sharing cases. We do 18-wheeler cases, work injuries. We will be happy to take a look at and see if we can help.
If you or your family have been injured in an accident or hit by a company vehicle, you need to visit joegomezlaw.com. Call the Gomez Law Firm at 736-4040.
Running a business means wearing multiple hats. So if you're like me, you probably started out using your personal phone, taking client calls and texts nonstop. As my business grew, I needed something smarter. That's when I switched to Quo, the #1 business phone system. Quo works right on your phone or computer. No carrying 2 phones, no clunky landline, just one easy app you can try for free. Your team can share one number and handle calls and texts together like a shared inbox. Any teammate can jump into the conversation so customers get faster responses. And Quo's AI assistant summarizes your calls and responds to customers 24/7, so you never miss a lead or opportunity. All this starts at just $15 a month. That's basically 2 coffees. You can even keep your current business phone number. Find out why 90,000 businesses trust Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports. That's quo.com/sports to try Quo free. QUO.com/SPORTS.
All right, step up. If you really know the Rangers, this is your game on Rangers Game Day. Make your call in the morning huddles, Ranger Double Dinger Payday. Pick the Ranger who takes one deep. He hits one, you're in. Ranger tickets. He hits 2. Now we're talking tickets and a hotel stay. Big swings, big rewards. Wake up with the morning huddle and cash in with the morning huddles, Rangers Double Dinger Payday. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Texas Rangers.
Back here live. Northwest Automotive Warehouse on Calabria Road. You need something for your truck, you want to fancy it up, or you just need it for to make life easier with what you do, this is the place to come. The specials here, because they've started Fiesta 2 days early.
Yep.
With a great great promotion.
Well, that's it. Their Fiesta promos include $150 off all undercover Ultraflex truck bed covers. Easy for me to say. And when you mention the Blitz, you'll get the installation on that absolutely free, and they have them in stock. So you check the pricing at realtruck.com or Amazon, and you go, all right, we are really saving money, and you don't have to wait because they have them in stock. So, and they'll install it for you. So get over here. You're coming down Oyster Bake this weekend. Apparently, Frank's says you can park here.
Well, if you got to buy something.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
You buy something.
So if I bought that phone cup holder there, I could park here?
I don't think so.
Well, why not?
No, well, I mean, I think he's thinking of something a little more pricey.
Well, probably, but you know, and if you spend enough money, you can get Frank's shuttle service to Oyster Bake too. I mean, I wouldn't count on the pickup service because it'll finish late. And, you know, he's old like you.
Well,
He's
yeah,
gonna be past his bedtime.
Us old guys we need our beauty rest.
Exactly. Interesting story. I'm not sure what to make of it. It might just be 100% true. The University of Houston, they just tweeted out, well, a little while ago, due to player safety concerns with TDECU Stadium's field, they're moving the spring game to the football outdoor practice fields at 9:30 a.m. So they're supposed to have their spring game today at their stadium, but safety concerns, they're going to the practice field.
Wow.
Does that tell me they didn't sell a ticket to it, so they don't want to practice in front of nobody?
So you think that's what it is, and it's not that they're kind of stretching the truth there?
What's going on? Their field all of a sudden has safety concerns that on a Tuesday you can't have it fixed by Saturday, or you just realized our field sucks, right? I mean, you know, you think about all these spring games, big deals, a lot of fans come out. You know, now some like UTSA is going to have a big spring game.
Yeah.
Others are doing more glorified open practices, but a lot of people generally show up to that. How many people can show up to their outdoor practice field compared to the stadium, right? Is it lack of interest? I don't know if you saw Colorado. Compared to the first one that Dion had, about half the crowd showed up to this one.
Wow.
I mean,
well, I mean, interesting. And who knows? I mean, but the University of Houston, I mean, it's not like they suck. People ought to go watch them, I would think.
That's why I'm a little surprised by this, that, you know, if they were doing work at their stadium, they've probably known before today that, you know what, it ain't going to be ready. You know, let's throw out safety concerns, because I'm sure that makes every player's mother, and every future opponent feel really good about going into that stadium. That they couldn't have their spring game there because of safety concerns?
Well, I mean, hopefully before the season begins, they'll take care of those safety concerns.
Well, it's Tuesday. They can't get it fixed by Saturday?
Well, I don't know what the safety concerns are.
I mean,
do they mention that?
No, they don't.
I mean, is it a loose bolt? Is it
a loose bolt in a field?
A bad oven?
A bad oven.
I mean, I don't know. Is it concession-wise? I'm just saying.
After a recent walkthrough, survey of the facility revealed damage to multiple areas of the playing surface that is unsafe to play on.
Of the playing surface? So
yeah.
they need a lawnscape guy.
A lawnscape.
Is it artificial turf?
It is. So more manscaping.
Exactly. Exactly right.
I mean,
they've got good tools for that.
Yeah, well, they do.
Yeah.
The lawnmower 3.0.
Sure.
I mean, sure, you go with it.
Yeah,
right?
Of course.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my
I mean,
goodness.
it's just, I don't know. It's Tuesday. It's Saturday. I mean, they still say fans are encouraged to come out. They have their, after the game, Frontier Fiesta opens at noon just outside the stadium. Cougar Pride, which is very different than what you normally think of when you think about Cougar Pride. Live entertainment.
Wait a minute. What? I'm trying to Cougar Pride. I get where you're going with that, but I'm like, what is she proud of? Give me a cigarette.
Well, what do you mean, what is she proud of?
What is she proud of?
Well,
that she's a cougar?
In your world, when you hear Cougar Pride, I just think of you walking into pics and the attention that you get. Those are very prideful ladies.
Well,
and
sure.
They're cougars, although I think lions are more about the pride. But you know what I'm saying. I mean, when I say cougars around you, I always have to clarify we're talking about a football team and not ladies.
Well, I wonder, and those ladies at picks, when do you go from a cougar to something else?
Because, what would something else
well,
be?
I mean, I don't know what the age limit is, because I go to picks. It's like,
well, I mean,
I'm very popular with the 70s crowd.
Well, and again, but at one point,
Mount
it was
Wine?
the 60s crowd. And I mean, I think, and I don't know what the actual rules are, but as you get older, the line for cougars gets older.
Well,
right?
True.
I mean, because as you get older, dating younger people, that number changes. 20 years ago, that was in the 20s. Now, if you were a single man, you would say, man, you're dating some chick in the 50s. Man, you like them young.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's like Maggie.
I know you
robbing the cradle,
you
buddy.
Pulled a Gungan. I don't know how you did that.
Robbing the cradle,
I
baby.
know it. It's crazy.
It is crazy. I don't know how I did that either. I ask myself that every day, shaving in the mirror.
Everybody that's met your first two wives really does question how you were able to pull Maggie, because she is wonderful.
How the hell did you pull that off, buddy? I don't know. Well, yeah.
Can we get this sunk into retirement now?
Yes, exactly. Exactly. So tonight you're going to have to stay up late, Grandpa.
I will stay up late tonight because I want to see.
Scout?
I want to see who the Spurs are going to play. Look, I think it's going to be Phoenix. I mean, I really do. I just think they're a better team than Portland, and which is kind of scary, to be honest with you, because Phoenix. I mean, we're going back to regular season, and I hate to do that, but they played the Spurs well during the regular season, and as far as they're healthy.
Well, when you say played them well, they played them in November. And Wemby didn't play in one of those games, and their 2 wins over Phoenix.
Okay, well,
or the Phoenix 2 wins over San Antonio.
Spurs fans, stop telling me how the Spurs own Oklahoma City, because that's all I hear. Well, the Spurs own Oklahoma City.
We played them in February.
The last time, and nobody played in that game.
Well, I mean, it was still a win. It's not November.
It's still a win. The others were way back.
Well,
December,
January.
That's why I hate to go back there. I'm just saying Phoenix played the Spurs well in the regular season. Wasn't it 2-2?
In the most 2 recent ones, the Spurs dominated.
Okay. And what does that mean? Still 2-2, isn't it?
It's still 2-2.
Okay.
Does that make you feel better?
Well, no, it doesn't make me feel better. I'm just saying.
You think Phoenix and San Antonio could be a 6 or 7 game series?
Not at all.
All right, don't. So then what are you arguing?
I'm just saying, yeah, look, I hope for a good playoff series. I hope every game is not a complete blowout.
In the first round, I don't give a damn. Just get to the second round.
Well, I do. Well, and that's where everybody's scared. The big bad Denver Nuggets are coming.
We could have avoided that.
Dude, I tell you what, when I saw that the other day, after Denver beat San Antonio on Sunday night, and it's like Spurs made a horrible mistake. Awful mistake. Can't believe they didn't play Wemby. They could have won this game and rearranged everything. And I'm like, what the? Dude, I'm embarrassed for you. Embarrassed.
Hang on, what?
I'm embarrassed for those people.
Embarrassed for a Spurs fan.
What are you afraid of, Spurs fan?
Well, they want the easier route. All right.
Who's to say that's the easier route?
Well, the perceived easier route. You don't know what potholes are going to be on the road, but
you don't.
But typically speaking, and I'm with you, I think what the Spurs did on Sunday was say we don't give a damn who we have to play, and we're not afraid of anybody. But Spurs fans trying to get the easier route. I mean, look at our poll question today on YouTube. As a Spurs fan, who would you rather face in the first round? 60% say Portland, which surprises me that it's not higher than that. 40% say Phoenix. I think the expected outcome is Phoenix beats Portland tonight, and that's who you're going to play. We're not asking who do you think we're going to play, who would you rather play, because I wanted to see the actual setup here as do you want the easier route as Spurs fans. So I think those that are voting for Portland are also those saying, why didn't you try to beat Denver so we could have avoided them in the second round?
I was embarrassed when I saw that. It's like, come on. You want to beat the best. And that's, in my mind, Denver, although the Houston Rockets have been playing great basketball. Mm-hmm. They ended the season on a hell of a run, and they're playing good basketball. And I don't know, do you want to face a Kevin Durant in the second round of the playoffs? I'm not sure I do.
Is Joker better than Kevin Durant?
Yes.
All right, there you go.
Yes.
I mean, when you look at it, who's their best player versus Houston's best player versus Denver's best player. I mean, the Nuggets do scare me a little bit. But do I think they can beat the Spurs 4 times? I do not. I think the Spurs will win that series. You get to Oklahoma City, because I could say it about both teams. Who can beat that team 4 times? I know the Spurs have done it this year, but to your point, the way these two teams are playing right now, how much do you take from those regular season games?
I don't take anything from them. Well, once the playoffs start, in my mind, and just from the experience of covering them for so many years, as have you, it's a different ball game, and everybody starts from scratch. And there's no records anymore. It's 0-0, and playoffs are just a different animal. They're going to be called differently by the officials. They're going to let them. A lot of times they'll let them get away with stuff that they won't let them get away with in the regular season. And it's just a different animal. And the Spurs are going to get a hell of an education. Whether it's Portland or Phoenix. And I clearly don't expect the Spurs to have any trouble with either one of those teams in the first round of the playoffs. But as they advance, it's going to get tougher, obviously. And it's just a different thing. They're going to get an education. Hopefully that education ends up in a nice celebration at the end of the day.
Well, and you look at ESPN.com today has an article. This is ESPN.com. This isn't SASportsStar.com. This isn't Joe. This isn't Jason. This isn't a Don Harris prediction or a Larry Ramirez or a Nate Ryan or a Jeff McDonald. ESPN.com today predicts every round of the playoffs.
Yep.
In the East, they have Boston coming out of the East and getting to the NBA Finals. In the West, because that's all we really care about, right? In the West, they have San Antonio sweeping Phoenix in the first round. They have Oklahoma City sweeping Portland in the first round.
I agree with that.
In the second, and they have the Nuggets beating Minnesota, the Rockets beating the Lakers in 6, which surprises me because I would assume they expect Luka to be back for that series. In the West semis, they have the Thunder beating the Rockets. They have, in 7 games, the Spurs beating the Nuggets, setting up an Oklahoma City, San Antonio Western Conference Finals, in which they have the Spurs winning in 6.
In 6.
In 6. So the NBA Finals, Boston against San Antonio, and the prediction, Spurs in 6.
Well, that would be a lot of fun. I hope they're right. I do. But when you look at that prediction, and maybe this is why Spurs fans are scared of Denver, the hardest series in this run that they make is the Denver Nuggets. And they got to come home and win a Game 7. Dude, look, and I want the Spurs to advance to anybody. I'd love to see every series go 7 games. There is nothing better in playoffs, especially NBA playoffs, than a Game 7. It is the most fun game that you will ever watch, attend, whatever. Game 7 is absolutely the best.
That Detroit series.
Oh,
yeah. I mean, I've never heard that building louder. Still to this point, it's never been louder. The idea of a Game 7, the goosebumps that you get when you're going through it, and I'm with you. Although I will say, I don't know that I can handle that. I honestly, as a Spur fan, I like Game 7s when my team's not involved in it.
Dude, I like it.
Well, then that's true. When you get there, I mean, there's nothing like winning a Game 7. The crushing feeling you have if you don't win the Game 7. But I'm not like you. I don't want a first-round 7-game series with the Phoenix Suns. Second round, if you've got to go 7 with Denver, if you're moving on, I'm good with that. But this first-round series, I don't know that I have the balls to pick a sweep, whether it's Portland or Phoenix. It should be, but it's also the playoffs. I'm more of a gentleman sweep guy. You know what I mean? Will you get more than the 2 games at home? Maybe. But you want them over as quickly as possible so you don't have the fatigue, you get the rest, and the more games you play, the more risk of injury. I assume get it over with. And the way this Spurs team has played since February, unlike early in the season when they played up or down to competition, they destroy teams that they should destroy. That's what the Spurs have been doing over the last 6-8 weeks.
They have been doing that, and then look, I don't anticipate any issue, whether it's Portland or Phoenix. No issue at all for the Spurs. They should roll through it. If it's not a sweep, it should be a 5-game series, and we're in, we're out, you move on. Denver may have a little harder time with Minnesota in the first round. That's very possible. Something about Minnesota, when it comes playoff time, they heat up and they start playing well. I just think, it's going to be interesting to see. And somebody said this earlier today, and I don't remember what I was listening to or watching, but that the stars of today, there's no dominant star. And by what I mean by that, or what they meant by that, is that Joker's got one. Luka doesn't have any. SGA's got one. Somebody might get that second one this year of those stars, which is going to elevate them, obviously a little further to the top than some of these other guys.
Or Wemby gets added to the list of one.
Or he does. And then hopefully next year they go and you try to get another one.
It is interesting because, we're so used to teams going on these dynasty type runs. You look at Golden State.
Yep.
And, and then you thought, well, Boston was going to get a bunch of them. They didn't. You know what I mean? You wonder. And ESPN today has the Spurs winning it all, which, I'm down for that. And again, I want to point out that's ESPN.com. That's not somebody from San Antonio that's picking the Spurs where you go, all right, well, Homer.
Well, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It's not one of us doing that. It's them. And
we'll do that soon, probably by the end of the week.
It's going to be interesting, quite frankly, to see what happens and how this plays out. I think what makes it interesting is the fact that you don't know how this team is going to be. I think they're not going to have any issue, and I don't think that – and again, I say this with all due respect. I think they're too young and dumb to feel the pressure going into the playoffs, and I think they're just going to play free and exactly how they have been. But getting into that playoff chase is going to be interesting to watch, not only the players, Jason, but Mitch Johnson and what he does. And again, I think Spurs fans, the criticism of him for not playing Wemby on Sunday, I think is just unfounded and completely ridiculous.
Yeah, I 100% agree with that, although you see some of the comments on our YouTube page. I'd rather play the worst teams in advance. And ultimately, if you win a championship at the end of the year, nobody's going to remember the road, how you got there. You just don't. As long as you have the trophy at the end.
You got there. And again, who's better, Denver or Houston? I think most people would say Denver, but are they? I don't know. I guess we're about to find out, though.
Well, ESPN has Denver. All of them picked Denver to beat Minnesota in the first round, which is a little surprising.
Well, and the fact that, honestly, that ESPN has the Spurs to win it all makes me more nervous than facing Denver in the second round.
Here we go.
I'm just saying.
Here we go.
I don't know.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Here we go.
I'm just glad that we're talking playoffs. For the first time in 7 years, they had a playoff practice today.
No kidding. It is fantastic. Hey, we are live out at Northwest Automotive Warehouse here on Calabria Road. The promotions for Fiesta are just outstanding out here. You've been waiting for something like this. Your time has come. Get on out here. They're going to save you a bunch of money on all kinds of different stuff. We're out here till 6 o'clock. You can come say hello to us. You can register for SeaWorld tickets. You can make yourself a heck of a deal on whatever it is that you want here at NAW. It's a fantastic place. We'll return here live from NAW. This is a Blitz, a 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
I tell you all the time about Quarter Moon Plumbing, Heating, and AC, experts at worst-case scenarios. Plumbing issues, problems with your AC, you call 210-651-5899. But it's not always emergencies. Maybe they need to fix a problem that you didn't realize was your AC unit. If your house smells a little bit, it's just not smelling right. That could actually be your AC. And at Quarter Moon, they've created what they call the Breathe Easy package, where they can help get that funk out of your system. See, Quarter Moon will come out and they will pull and do a deep clean on your blower motor, blower wheel, and your AC housing. Clean your coil, disinfect the inside of your AC cabinet, and then install a UV light to zap bacteria and other nasty stuff that could be in your unit. You get a cleaner, air, fresher smelling home and an AC system that's going to, smell like it should be. Call them about that Breathe Easy package. If your house is a little off the smell, it's not sucks underneath the couch. It could actually be your AC. Your emergency situations, Quarter Moon is the best. 210-651-5899 is the phone number. 651-5899, or go online at quartermoonplumbing.com.
KTFM Floresville. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, your home for the Blitz, 2 to 6 on YouTube and always at sasportstar.com.
Hello, my name is Jason Thompson. I'm an attorney here in San Antonio and have been practicing law here since 1994. And in the past 30 plus years, I've helped hundreds of San Antonians injured by negligent drivers. If you've been injured in a car truck collision, call me 210-900-0400. I did want to let you know of a very disturbing trend I've seen that you really need to be aware of. If an attorney or someone acting on that attorney's behalf calls you after a traffic collision, with very limited exceptions, that is called barratry or solicitation. It's a crime and is unethical under our state bar rules. Do not answer these phone calls. Do not hire an unethical attorney. Neither I nor anyone in my firm will ever call you after a traffic collision. If you need my help, and if you've been injured in a traffic collision, I think you do, you'll need to call me. My name is Jason Thompson. My number is 210-900-0400, or go to my website, alawyerforus.com.
Spring Black Friday is on at the Home Depot. Save on grills and patio sets that will be sure to bring your hosting game up a notch. Fire up your feast with help from the Home Depot and save on grills. Like the Next Grill 4-burner propane gas grill was $249, now in special buy for $199. Or give everyone the best seat in the yard with the Hampton Bay Mayfield Park 4-piece conversation set for only $399. Save on grills and patio sets with low prices guaranteed during Spring Black Friday only at the Home Depot. Now through April 22nd, while supplies last. Exclusions apply. See HomeDepot.com/price match for details.
Indeed presents hires you can't afford to get wrong, like a staff accountant at the height of tax season.
Congrats. Looks like the company owes, $50 in taxes. How about that?
That seems low. Why only 50?
Why do you care so much? It's not your money.
This is the job for sponsored jobs. This is what happens when you don't sponsor your job on Indeed. Next time, get matched with quality candidates with Indeed sponsored jobs. Visit Indeed.com/hire now and sponsor your job today.
If you don't care about saving 50% off your wireless bill for the same 5G coverage the big guys are charging a fortune for, maybe you care about keeping jobs in America. Pure Talk does. They've pledged to run their entire operation from this country, including all their customer service. Or maybe you care about our nation's veterans. Pure Talk does. They've donated hundreds of thousands of dollars to America's Warrior Partnership, a fantastic organization working hard to prevent veteran suicide. Or maybe you care about closing America's skills gap. Pure Talk does. They're a proud supporter of MicroWorks. They're helping my foundation train the next generation of skilled workers. Don't get me wrong. Saving money's great, and you'll save plenty with Pure Talk. But if you want to be in business with people who share your values, dial pound 250, say micro, and switch to an American wireless company that actually stands for something. Pure Talk.
By texting 64,000, you agree to receive recurring automated marketing messages from Ownwell. Message and data rates may apply. No purchase required. Terms apply. Available at ownwell.com/terms. Individual results may vary.
Ownwell has saved us over $2,000 in 2 years. Trying to protest your taxes on your own, it can drive somebody mad. Get onto Ownwell, create an account, input information about your house. They do everything for you, and it's amazing.
Your property taxes aren't set in stone. They can be reduced. Ownwell combines savvy technology and deep local expertise to save real estate owners real money. Plus, Ownwell handles everything from paperwork to negotiations and even attending hearings on your behalf. Ownwell saves you time and money. Want to see how much Ownwell can save you on your property taxes? Just enter an address and see your tax savings estimate. See how much you can save with Ownwell right now. Text HOME to 64,000. Text HOME to 64,000. That's HOME to 64,000.
San Antonio's Sports Center.
Breaking this afternoon, the Athletics' Diana Rossini has resigned. Her departure comes amid an investigation by the Athletic into Rossini's conduct and her relationship with Patriots head coach Mike Vrabel. Spurs fans will know who the Spurs will have in the first round of the playoffs by, about midnight tonight. Portland's taking on Phoenix. That is a 7-8 matchup. Tip-off from Phoenix, set for 9 o'clock.
Joe Reinagel.
That's the third time in 7 seasons the San Antonio Spurs are the NBA champions.
Jason Minix.
They go back to big day as Super Bowl champions. Dallas 52, Buffalo 17.
It's the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
And we're out and about on the road at Northwest Automotive Warehouse here on Calabria Road. You come out and see us. I'm Joe Reinagel. He is Jason Minix, and Fiesta has begun early here at NAW.
You think about Oyster Bay happening this weekend, and NAW right on the way. Big red building here on Calabria Road, 3027 Calabria. Everything you need from truck accessories, and they've got on special their Fiesta promos, the all undercover Ultraflex truck bed covers, $150 off. Of course, American made. And when you mention the Blitz, installation is going to be absolutely free,
which is another $100. By the way.
Yeah, very, very cool. They've got all kinds of other specials and promos during Fiesta. And again, if you need it, shop local. And when you think about whether it's Real Truck or some of the other brands, you can look at their pricing on their website. You can look at the pricing here at NAW and or Amazon or whatever. Here at NAW, you get the specials. They've got them in stock, so you don't have to wait. They'll install them. And on a lot of the stuff, you're going to get double the warranty, 10-year warranty. It is pretty incredible. And again, you're dealing with the Montoya family that's been doing this since 1978.
What a great family, and as Ashley pointed out when they joined us on the air here a little bit earlier in the show, a family business. So you got everybody in the family kicking in and pitching in and doing stuff. So it truly is a family-owned company, and just good folks.
Well, and again, they call it the shop. Come hang out at the shop. And it is family. You could do it. Now, there's a sign over there that says, come back with tacos. See, now here's the thing. So if you're coming, just bring the tacos.
Yeah.
To begin with, although they do have Frito pie right now.
They do.
They do. So come hang out with us for another hour. We've got SeaWorld tickets, T-shirts, other stuff. So if you're in the area, now I'm trying to go by what Frank was trying to explain to us earlier about Calabria Road. It's called Northwest Automotive Warehouse.
Yes.
See, on this side of Calabria Road, it's considered Northwest. If you cross the street, that's West Side.
West Side.
West Side.
Well,
they called the middle lane the demilitarized.
Demilitarized zone.
Yeah.
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 He did.
That's exactly how he said it.
I think that's exactly how he said it.
The demilitarized zone.
No, it's just, it's a great place. Some of the stuff, you go into a place, and I do it because I'll do this at Home Depot or whatever, and I don't know what I'm looking at, but it's so much fun to look at it and think, man, I'd like to have that.
Uh-huh.
And then when I see the truck bed cover over there that I'm looking at a picture of the box, it's like, man, I want to get a truck and have that put on it.
Yep.
It's kind of cool. And then you got this camper top here that Frank was describing is more secure. You can actually sleep under that thing.
Again, if you have a truck, or if, depending on what you do for a living and you work in and out of your truck, they have what you need. If you just want to fancy up your truck, they've got it. You name it for your truck accessories. And again, shopping local. You mentioned the Home Depot or the Lowe's, and they've got all the cool stuff. That's why I like to go to like Ace Hardware, because those are all individually owned. They're franchises, but
sure,
but individually owned, and you're supporting that small local business. And again, a business that's been around as long as NAW has, it's because they're doing it right.
Absolutely.
Now,
they sure are.
Now, we all got into Diana Rossini's business, which she's pretty upset about, and understandably so. Her and Mike Vrabel, the photos. Diana Rossini resigned today from The Athletic. And then she tweeted out her resignation letter and sort of maintains her innocence, sort of. But obviously blames the media and her own company for leaks, which is kind of comical. And then, although I don't really blame her for this, although in our business it is kind of chicken bleep, turns off the comments on her tweet.
Yeah. Well, look, I just that's got to be embarrassing, humiliating, all of the above when it comes to Diana Rossini. The problem for her is she's a reporter. Her credibility is everything. And when you're seen with a head coach in the NFL, it automatically people talk, and your credibility is kind of shot. Mike Vrabel, on the other hand, and it's unfortunate. I mean, nothing's going to happen to Mike Vrabel. His credibility is not going to take a dive.
I mean, you're right. It's not. Jamel Hill quote tweeted the AP story about Diana Rossini resigning and said, "I'll say this. While the photos raised questions, if male insiders were held to a similar standard of ethics, none of them would exist."
Yeah, that's true.
And
she's right.
I mean, you look at it, there is a double standard when you're with female reporters in 2026. It sucks, but it's true. And but I know so many of them that have to work so much harder to prove that they belong. And it's not as, bad today as it was 10, 15, 20 years ago. But when you are getting inside information and you're getting scoops and whatnot, and then, of course, by all assumptions at this point, are you having an affair with the head coach of somebody? It makes you wonder, how did you obtain that information?
Right.
And everybody is jumping
pillow talk
to that conclusion. And it's unfortunate, for Diana, who has built a great career, and everything that she writes in her letter is, accurate. She is incredible at her job, but now, and she can stand by all, she says she stands by all her work. Well, good. But now we all question it.
Well, you will, especially anything she reported on the Patriots last year, or I don't know how long she's been seeing Vrabel. Well, I guess we may never know that. But look, and again, what's really damning for her is, and you brought this up earlier about the investigation The Athletic is doing. What was coming out in that thing? The other thing, Jason, she claimed they were there with a bunch of friends.
Uh-huh.
I haven't heard from one of those friends that's saying, Diana's right. She was not there with Mike. We were all there, and they just happened to have a moment, by themselves, or whatever the case may be. I haven't heard one of those folks.
No, and really, I think maybe the bigger headline would be first ever girls trip with no photos. Because if that's truly what she was on, was a girls trip out there and happened to run into Mike Vrabel, there would be photos everywhere.
Absolutely.
We know how that works.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yes.
I mean, so all of those things point to what we all think we saw. And she doesn't deny that in her resignation. It's nothing to see here, and I stand by my work. And again, both of them are married. She's got kids. That I'm sure it's tough. I did not know, and she points this out. Her contract was up June 30th, but when the Athletic started the investigation, she quit. In other words, what was the Athletic going to find? And the Athletic, I thought, when they finally did an article about it, they actually did it through the New York Times. So as an Athletic subscriber, I still couldn't read the damn article because it was behind the New York Times paywall, which I thought was a little odd.
Well, that is a little odd. I'll read it to you. I subscribe to the Athletic.
Well, I subscribe to the Athletic, but I don't subscribe to the New York. I could have upgraded my subscription to be able to read the New York Times.
I'm not doing that.
Oh, that's it. I mean, that was what I thought was kind of BS, even from the Athletic part. Is it took them a while to cover it, but for that matter, ESPN has not yet covered this.
No, they haven't, which is odd, is it not?
I mean, a guy like McAfee hasn't brought it up. It hasn't been a story on First Take or on Get Up, and I think that's some of what Jamel Hill is talking about. Yet the lady down in Jacksonville who told Liam Cohen that he needs a hug got ripped by everybody about journalistic ethics.
Well, I don't know if it was journalistic ethics that I was upset. It's just like, come on.
Time and place.
Yeah, it's like, please. All right. He's a grown man.
He needed a hug.
He's a coach.
He needed a hug.
I'm sure he needed a hug.
I mean, what did Vrabel need? Don't answer that.
Well, apparently he got what he needed.
It's a different kind of hug.
And, you know.
What hug?
A different kind of hug.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, well,
that's not what I thought you said.
Lots of hugs and kisses and snuggles and all kinds of little baby talk and stuff.
What?
Baby talk?
And Diana
baby talk?
I mean,
what
let's
kind
face
of
it.
kinky stuff are you into, man?
Well,
baby
dude,
talk? I mean, now, and all of a sudden, you know, I've got a Deshaun Watson image in my head.
Happy baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that what you like?
That's not baby talk. That's a pose. The happy baby. I'm talking about baby talk. You know, the sweetness of it all.
This
yes,
baby talk.
Not
That's
poses.
what you're into, huh?
Poses, baby. I
Can you give us
I had
a preview?
to look up what baby. What was it? Baby pose. What's it called?
Happy baby
Crazy
pose.
baby.
What pledge?
Happy baby pose.
Happy baby pose.
Uh-huh.
No, I'm
And we all looked that up and went, "Oh no!"
I know. Hey, Deshaun's he's come through this and made a lot of money, and will probably be the Cleveland Browns starter this year.
Yeah.
So I mean, you know, there you go. I mean, goodness gracious. So,
You like baby talk, huh?
I hope Diana Rossini lands on her feet. I think she's very good at what she does. She's easy to look at, and
Gonna land on
hopefully
something.
she lands on her feet. Huh?
Gonna land on something.
What do you mean by that, Pledge?
Just think about it, Joe.
Well, wow. And I'm kinky? Pledge is doing gymnastics stuff. Land here, baby. Right here.
I don't think he was making a living on reference.
I don't know what he was doing there. And you say, I'm kinky. You don't want to check with the producer in there. I'm just saying, man. Land here. Did they get a running start, Pledge?
Wow.
Just
do
gotta
a
land.
couple of flips.
I
I'm just
think
Just got
he was
sick
just
to landing.
talking about in theory, and you're like wondering if she's swinging off the ceiling fan or something.
Well, I'm not mad at him if that's what's happening, but I'm the kinky one. Oh my goodness!
You want baby talk?
Well, is that kinky?
You want Maggie to tell you what a good job you've done?
Yes, I do.
Oh,
As a
Joey
matter of
Poo.
fact, yes.
No, Joey.
Joe, you were excellent.
Jeez.
Unplug it, baby.
Yes, unplug it, baby. All right, this is crazy. We're at Northwest
Start
Automotive.
Cowboys.
We're
How about them Cowboys?
Let's go from Diana Rossini to Stephen Jones. We'll hear live at NEW on Calabria Road. That's where we are. You still got time to come out and see us, and you can watch Ashley ride around on a chair. That's pretty good. Doing that without a net.
There's a Diana Rossini joke in there somewhere.
I'm sure there is. Cowboys football will return here live on the Blitz, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. And I want to introduce you to a new company. Window Nation is what they're called. And I love Window Nation. I'm going to tell you what. And the reason I love them, they came out to the station the other day and gave us a demonstration on what they do. Now, if you call them up and you go to windownation.com and get a consultation, they're going to do the same presentation for you. So we got the whole spiel. What was interesting about it is it's so educational. They let you know how much money you are losing with bad windows because, well, the cold gets out when it's hot, the heat comes in. I mean, it's bad, which means your air conditioner, your heater, all of that stuff is going to work harder and it's going to cost you more money in the long run. And now is a perfect time to get a hold of Window Nation because they have a sale going on. It's called the More You Buy, the More You Save sale. In fact, you can save up to 50% off of all your windows. 50% off of all your windows. Plus, you can get them with 0% interest for 5 years. It's an incredible deal, but it's not going to last long, so you need to take advantage of that. Look, they are rated A+ by the Better Business Bureau. They stand behind all of their work, all of it with a lifetime warranty. It's not 10, 20, 30 years, lifetime. Doesn't make any difference. And that's what we were told. If something goes wrong 30 years from now, guess what? You get a hold of Window Nation, they'll come out, they will take care of it. It's a perfect time to do that as we head into spring, head into Fiesta. Get a hold of Window Nation. The more you buy, the more you save. Sale going on right now. Visit them at windownation.com. Again, that is windownation.com.
Let's be honest. Watching the Rangers is better when you got something on the line. On Rangers game days, call your shot with the morning huddles. Rangers double dinger payday. Pick the Ranger you think will send one into the seats. He hits one, you're going to a Rangers game. He hits two. Now you've just been upgraded. Tickets and a hotel stay. That's what we call getting paid. Wake up with the morning huddle. Make your pick and win with the morning huddle's Rangers double dinger payday. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Texas Rangers.
When snack time calls, Pork Rinds answers. Be your own crunch time hero with Southern Recipe small batch pork rinds. Skip the chip and go straight for the ultimate crunch that's low carb, high protein, and loaded with bold flavor. We're talking sweet barbecue or hot honey. Yeah, it's that good. Snack smarter, crunch harder. Stock up on Southern Recipe small batch pork rinds at H-E-B or head to porkrinds.com. Make Southern Recipe your crunch time hero.
Most of us go to the doctor when we're sick or need prescriptions refilled. But at the Institute for Functional Health, we offer a different and complete version of primary care. This means you will get the medications you need, but we will also put together a custom game plan to fix the root cause and allow your body to heal itself. I'm Dr. Torres at the Institute for Functional Health, and we help people get off of medications. Call me for a free consultation, 468-1891, or online at iffhealth.com. You will experience a doctor's visit unlike any you've ever had. 468-1891.
Attention coaches, educators, and booster clubs. Need a fundraiser that's different from the rest? With Gardenville, supporters purchase something they already need. High quality, locally sourced mulch and compost. Your organization earns money on every sale. Real products, real value, with support from Gardenville to keep it simple. Ready to grow your fundraiser? Visit garden-ville.com/fundraising. That's garden-ville.com/fundraising.
Hi, my name's Jason Thompson. I've lived in San Antonio for more than 50 years. Went to grade school, high school, and graduated from law school right here. San Antonians have trusted me as their attorney after serious injury and fatality collisions since 1994. My website is alawyerforus.com. Why a lawyer for us? Well, after several years of practice, I watched as insurance companies created their own law firms solely to defend against auto claims. Today, there are very few insurance companies that do not have their own captive law firm filled with attorneys whose job is to minimize what the insurance company has to pay on an auto claim. If you or a family member is injured in a traffic collision, you will need your own attorney. Just remember alawyerforus.com. For many lawyers you see on billboards, your case will be handled by a non-lawyer or a staff lawyer. If you call me, Jason Thompson, I will be the lawyer you speak with. The initial consultation is always free. If you or a family member needs an experienced attorney you can trust, I want you to call me, Jason Thompson. My number is 900-0400. That's 210-900-0400 or alawyerforus.com.
Well, good morning, kiddo. I love that you're home from college. I've missed you.
Still taking your nature-made vitamins?
Every day. A multivitamin and a probiotic. You better be taking yours.
Still looking out for me, Mom.
I'll never stop.
Made to care for you every day. Nature Made, the #1 pharmacist-recommended vitamin and supplement brand. Find us in the vitamin aisle, based on a survey of pharmacists who recommend branded vitamins and supplements.
Some people reach a line and stop. Some hit a wall and turn around. Then there are the ones who cross the line, climb the wall, face obstacles, and turn them to their advantage. That's where we come in. We're the next rodeo. We design bold marketing that drives real growth. A creative partner for businesses ready to push forward beyond what's expected. The Next Rodeo. Learn more at thenextrodeo.com.
Mom deserves more than flowers and a card. Enter to win the JTV Mother's Day Getaway at jtv.com/sweepstakes. You could win a 6-night cruise to Grand Cayman, Mexico, and the Bahamas, plus $1,000 spending money and a $1,000 gift card to shop JTV. It's a mom's dream come true. Enter the JTV Mother's Day Getaway now at jtv.com/sweepstakes. And new customers receive a one-time $25 off of a purchase of $50 or more.
This is Andrew Monaco, and you're listening to the home of the Aggies, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Back out on the road. Love being on the road, especially out here at Northwest Automotive Warehouse here on Calabar Road. Love being here. It is it's a cool place. You know, it's a cool place. All the stuff, all the toys that they have here. If you got a pickup truck, man, you need to get your Heine over here to Calabar Road and NAW.
Absolutely. On the northwest side of Calabar, because across the street's the west side.
It's a whole
That's why they call it NAW, according to Frank.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It makes sense.
Well, it does when he explains it that way.
I mean, that is west.
He might be full of crap, but we have no idea.
No.
I don't know. I mean, he did say that. Oh. Yeah. I still didn't hear what you said.
Did y'all get demilitarized?
You want to save money.
Yeah.
What pledge?
Did y'all get demilitarized?
Yes.
Yeah, we did. Yes.
Yes. We're on the safe side of it. You know, Thursday marks a week until the draft. So the draft is a week from this Thursday.
Uh-huh.
And obviously things getting a little bit quiet. Stephen Jones, of all people, went on 105.3 The Fan today. And, you know, typical Stephen Jones, didn't say a whole lot this far out. But he does get into, you know, the idea of all the talk about trades and are they going to be players in the trade market?
No, I think it's too early to tell that. I think, you know, next week as people finalize their boards and start to strategize, have their strategy sessions, then that comes into play. But I'm still a big believer that most of these trades, you know, happen, you know, as you're on the board. Players fall off that you wanted, and then you're willing to come out. Players are staying on the board that you might not think might be there, and then you're tempted to move up a little bit. You might not be willing to, you know, give up what it costs to go way up the draft. But if a player starts to fall, then you get a little thought that, hey, maybe we could move up and it wouldn't cost as much, and we still get the guy that, you know, that we think is the best player for us in a particular draft, depending on where you pick.
It's going to be interesting to see. And Stephen is always kind of, you know, you could take that a lot of different ways, right? As far as I'm concerned. I mean, he just, you never know exactly what he's thinking or what they're going to do. And I think he likes it that way.
Well, he does. He's certainly not his dad when it comes to that. But, you know, there's been a lot of stuff that says the Cowboys could move up in this trade, which seems easy enough, but the Cowboys are cheap. And, you know, obviously, and Steven talked about it today, a whole lot harder than we fans make it seem to be.
There's that old deal when the phone doesn't ring, you know it's me or it's a problem. And certainly, you know, when you're trying to call and go back, the price goes way down, and it's really hard to get value. We've certainly attempted if we really do want to trade down, but most of the time, you know, when you're having to make those calls to say, hey, would you give me something for this? What would you give me for this pick? Or here's what the chart says. Would you be willing to do it? We're willing to come out. It's not near as successful as when the phone's ringing and they're wanting to come up and get the pick.
And I understand where he's coming from there. But again, it is, you know, if you want somebody, and there is somebody I know, whether it's Sonny Styles or the kid from Tech, Bailey, there's somebody the Cowboys covet. And they would like to have, they could make a real impact on their defense this year. And if you want that guy, even though it'd be expensive, go get him.
Jerry Jones is the master salesman, is he not?
He is.
You would put him in a closer category.
I would.
Anybody that's ever worked in sales knows you've got to make the call to close it. You can't wait for somebody to call you. And every year when I hear that from Steven or from Jerry, it just pisses me off. Well, they're just waiting for the phone to ring. Sometimes you got to be a little bit aggressive. There is a chart. You can tell the guy to go jump in a lake because clearly, he's going to try to get more, but negotiate. That's what it's for, if that's somebody you want. They've had zero luck picking guys from Michigan. Maybe they need to start looking at Michigan's rival, because Steven certainly seems to be in love with a lot of guys from Ohio State.
Absolutely. There's you look at that, and no way is this being critical, but you look at some of their guys and you go, how in the hell did they ever lose a football game? When you look at all the Buckeyes that are on the board, and obviously they had a great football team, and hats off to Indiana. They ended up putting it together and were able to pull it off and win the thing. And but certainly the Buckeyes have more than their fair share of guys in the first round of this draft.
There's going to be a lot of Buckeyes going in that first round of that draft.
Now, there's one in Caleb Downs who would be great with the Dallas Cowboys. Would the Cowboys move up to get him? Now, was it a week ago? Peter Schrager had a mock draft, not his thoughts, but what he was hearing mock draft, and that had Caleb Downs going to the Dallas Cowboys at 12. Well, Schrager goes on McAfee today and says, ain't no way in hell Caleb Downs is still going to be available at 12.
Caleb Downs, I had him going 12 to the Cowboys. I've been told by numerous teams there is no chance in bloody hell that Caleb Downs will be around at 12 overall. So that's one to put there. He is likely going before 12, which I originally had him going to Dallas. I've said a lot. Pat, the floor is yours.
No, that was phenomenal. AJ actually has a follow-up because a lot of your storylines there are about the Ohio State Buckeyes. Go ahead, AJ.
Yeah, Striggs, as far as Caleb Downs, I've heard conflicting reports. I feel like some people claim there's a chance he may fall just because people have devalued the safety position and don't want to draft people that high. So you're saying it's pretty much a lock. He's not going to be there at 12 even, so going top 10 most likely?
Again, it's all fluid, but the big feedback I got from teams was that, yes, positionally, a safety you wouldn't take in the top 5 or the top 10. It just doesn't make sense to do so because they don't make the same money on the free agent market, and you want to get the most value for your pick. But with the lack of blue chip prospects in this draft, and I really only have 4, I have Mendoza as a blue chipper, and from what I'm told, it's 3 positions that are not positions that are usually highly paid. It's a running back in Love, it's an off-the-ball linebacker in Styles, and it's a safety in Downs. If you're a team in the top 10, do you reach for an offensive lineman? Do you reach for a wide receiver? Do you reach for a corner? Or do you hit it right on the fairway and say, you know what? We wake up Friday morning. We got Caleb Downs. We have an outstanding football player to our team, and we are way better than we were yesterday if we take this guy.
It makes a lot of sense. And look, I'm not sure that – and I think Jeremiah Love is going to go top 5, certainly top 10. But he's a running back.
He's going forward to Tennessee.
Is he really going to make that, that big of a difference? We'll see. Cowboys took Zeke Elliott with the 4th overall pick in the draft. And I could say he made a difference, not enough of a difference to get them to where they wanted to be, but he did make a difference.
Well,
so it's going to be interesting.
Bijan Robinson,
Sure.
recently, but I thought it was interesting. Traeger talked about 4 blue chips. And, every year there's always a varying number of players that actually earn first-round grades, and normally that's in the teens. Stephen Jones tried to sell today that, I don't know, there could be over 20 with a first-round grade, maybe.
It's still a little early, but, usually we're in that 16 to 20, 21, 22 range.
That's a big number right there. I like hearing that one right now. How much?
Now, I don't know that we'll get there this year, in terms of the 20s, but, we're grinding it out for right now. And as you said, we hadn't put the final grades on anything. And, this will obviously evolve into a board that we really have confidence in.
See, now what I heard there is, well, they pick at 12 and they pick at 20. So they're going to have 21, 22 first round grades. They end up trading out of that 20th pick, and they're going to come back and say, well, we only had 13 first round grades, so it made sense to get rid of it. I mean, he's putting that script out there. That's what's going to happen. Normally, most teams say, anywhere from 13, 17, 18 have true first round grades. Anybody in the 20s, you could probably get in the second round. And honestly, when you look at the difference between a top 10, 15 pick versus if they're picking at 20 and if they traded and, I don't know, got 38 or 48, would there be that much of a difference between that player? And the answer is no.
No, yeah, and I totally agree with that. That's why I don't think they'll keep the 20th pick. Or if they do move up, they may have to trade that. That may be part of the deal. But I just don't see them keeping it where they try and move back to the second round to get a day 2 pick or whatever the case may be. Because, again, Jerry said this pretty clear a couple of weeks ago. Having 2 first-round draft picks is very expensive. Mm-hmm. I mean, it is. So that's why I say if there is a guy you like, you've got 2 first-round picks to work with. If there is a guy you like, and it's going to be expensive anyway, go up and get the guy you like instead of waiting for somebody to fall to you at 12.
Even if that guy is a Sonny Styles and, you can't take a safety that high. Oh, well, last time they won a Super Bowl, they had a Hall of Fame caliber safety in Darren Woodson. Mm-hmm. They haven't had a guy like that since, and you know what? They haven't won a Super Bowl since either. Give me Sonny Styles.
They haven't won a Super Bowl?
They haven't.
How long has it been?
30 years.
Wow.
I know.
30 years.
It doesn't seem that long, though.
Wow,
does
it doesn't. It seems like just yesterday.
I mean.
Yeah, that they won.
Yeah. I mean, you never sounded older.
This drought that people say we're in terms of a championship game or a Super Bowl.
30 years. That's what I mean. Do something different.
And your team has how many?
It does. That's not the point.
Oh, of course
See,
not.
that's always the fallback. But your team. We're talking about the Dallas Cowboys, who are supposed to be the iconic franchise of the NFL, the best. It's Jerry Jones. They're worth more money than anything.
Yep.
There they are. They're supposed to win. They're not supposed to go 30 years between Super Bowls.
They're not.
They're not?
They're not. Des caught it, damn it.
Yeah, whatever, dude.
But I love how people that don't have any will make fun of somebody with 5.
I know.
Because ours are old.
I
mean, your trophy cabinet's how old with nothing in it?
We could talk Astros if you want to. How many? What if they 8-game losing skid?
Oh, it's this year. I mean, yeah, they suck. It's early. It's only April 14th.
It's early. That's right.
Yeah.
See, I've taught you well, young man.
Yeah.
It's early. There you go. There you go. Hey, we're live at a Northwest Automotive Warehouse right here on Calabria Road, the northwest side of Calabria Road. That's where we are. Come on out and see us. You still got time. We got another 4-pack of tickets to give away to go see the Gunslingers.
Yeah, they're playing Saturday afternoon against Vegas. They're at Freeman Coliseum. Let's give them the caller number 9 at 210-656-ESPN, 656-3776. Caller 9. You're going to go see the San Antonio Gunslingers on Saturday afternoon. Kickoff at Freeman is at 4 o'clock.
Good luck to you, whoever you may be. This is the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. And let me talk to you about my good friends. And I say that in all sincerity. Love the people out at Stevens Roofing. You talk about a company. We talk about NAW being in business as long as they have. They're doing it right. Same can be said about Stevens Roofing. They've been in business since 1983. Think about that. 1983, they're doing it right. Absolutely doing it right. They're the best in the business, and now they've added solar to what they do. If you've been thinking about solar panels, Stevens Roofing and Solar is the company you need to remember. The number you need to remember is 210-785-0994. Let them know what you want to do. They'll help you put a plan together, and positively, absolutely, they're going to do it right. They're going to get it done right, and they're going to stand behind their work. If you think there's a problem with your roof, there's been a lot of rain here lately. That is for sure. If you're seeing something that just doesn't look right to you, call Stevens Roofing and Solar. They'll send a team out to your house. They'll inspect your roof. They'll do it for free, and they'll let you know if there's any problems. And if there are, they'll take care of it for you. Stevens Roofing and Solar, the best in the business. 210-785-0994, or you can visit them online at stevensroofing.net.
It's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
Coming up on the Morning Huddle, the Spurs will know their first-round fate. Is it Phoenix? Is it Portland? We'll talk about it.
Oh, the play-ins, not the playoffs, the play-ins. More games to come. And, oh, by the way, we're only 8 days away from the NFL Draft. We'll check in on Cowboys and Texans. You better get it early. Party starts at 6.
It's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson. Morning 6 to 10 on 94.1 San Antonio's sports star.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/radio right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
The Gomez Law Firm is proud to be San Antonio's trusted personal injury law firm for the past 50 years. We have Jose with the Gomez Law Firm here with us. Your firm has been fighting for the people of San Antonio since 1973. That's incredible.
There are not a lot of businesses that stick around for even 50 years, let alone personal injury law firms.
If you have been injured in an accident or hit by a company vehicle, then turn to the law firm that will fight for you. Visit joegomezlaw.com.
And remember, Gomez Law fights.
We have meaningful basketball being played in San Antonio for the first time in years, and you know the Roof Hub has proven to be the best place to go watch the games with those 3 massive 170-inch screens and TVs all around. All the games, all the fights, and when you show up at the Roof Hub, show up hungry. Open daily at 11, great for lunch, great for dinner, great for late at night, and the best place to watch the game. Just down from the big blind, right next to the Angry Elephant. The Roof Hub, 281 in Redland Road. We'll see you at the Roo.
Running a business means wearing multiple hats. So if you're like me, you probably started out using your personal phone, taking client calls and texts nonstop. As my business grew, I needed something smarter. That's when I switched to Quo, the #1 business phone system. Quo works right on your phone or computer. No carrying 2 phones, no clunky landline, just one easy app you can try for free. Your team can share one number and handle calls and texts together like a shared inbox. Any teammate can jump into the conversation, so customers get faster responses. And Quo's AI assistant summarizes your calls and responds to customers 24/7, so you never miss a lead or opportunity. All this starts at just $15 a month. That's basically 2 coffees. You can even keep your current business phone number. Find out why 90,000 businesses trust Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports. That's quo.com/sports to try Quo free. QUO.com/SPORTS.
Progressive knows you think the grass is always greener, like maybe you ride a motorcycle. But today, it's raining. So you wish you had an RV, but if you did, you'd have to listen to some guy parked next to you at a campsite plays acoustic guitar. Now, before you start wishing you had a boat, remember, your brother-in-law would invite himself every weekend.
Permission to come aboard, Captain?
But one thing that is greener is the money you could save when you bundle your RV, boat, or motorcycle with your home or auto with Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and third-party insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
On top of home and auto, Progressive protects your boat, RV, and motorcycle so you can explore the unknown.
Actually, we just take the RV to the same campground every year.
Well, maybe you can catch your own dinner on your boat.
Oh, we can actually get pizza delivered there from this brick oven place we love.
Will you at least try a new topping?
Honestly, probably not. We kind of have a go-to order.
Fine. Just bundle home or auto insurance with your outdoor vehicles with Progressive and stay protected when you go, I guess, where you've gone before. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Not available in all states or situations.
Back here live, Northwest Automotive Warehouse on Calabria Road, the northwest side of Calabria Road. That's what we've learned today.
Because across the street's the west side.
That's the west side over there. We're on the northwest side.
So we can't claim that we came to the west side today.
Well, we can walk across the street.
We came to the edge of the northwest, but we didn't cross.
We didn't do it. We're out here, though, and it's really, I love coming out here. It's a cool place.
Good people.
Good people. That's the main thing. You're right. You know, they've been talking about in business for a long time. Man, so you know they're doing it right.
You're calling Frank old. You know that, right?
Well, I mean, I think Frank would call Frank old. I don't know.
Well, I mean.
You know what I love about Frank, though? We had something in common. Look at that hair on his head, man. He hadn't lost any hair.
No, but
he's got a nice do. That's right.
Yeah, and the sad part is his turned gray when he was 32.
Well, and mine hasn't yet.
Although I've met his daughter, it's understandable.
Well, you're exactly right about that. That is understandable. That's true.
That's true.
No, it's good being out here. So, and we'll be back.
We will.
Yeah.
It's a great place, great partnership, always a lot of fun. As we get ready for game one of the Spurs playoff run, first time in 7 years.
Unbelievable.
It is nuts when you think about the time from championship number 4 to championship number 5 is from our last playoff appearance till now, 7 years.
Unbelievable.
Which is incredible. On Twitter, at SpurFan31 just tweeted a photo, 3 of them actually, to at Jason Munnix. He didn't include at Joe Reinagle 2-0, but he should. I just broke out the Spurs tote. I forgot all the cool stuff I got in there. And in this tote, he's got like the Express News talking about the countdown to Y2K and the commemorative Spurs section, VCR tapes of the 1999 championship. Each game, it's on its own tape.
Very nice.
And it looks like ticket stubs and a 1991-92 media guide, which actually looks more like a pamphlet. And then all the championship stuff from the championship car flag and the hat. It looks like a kiddo with who's that, Jerome Kersey. Just so much cool stuff. And again, you think about how special that first one was back in 1999. Kind of get that same feeling thinking about this potential title run, because it's a whole new generation of players.
Whole new generation with certainly different attitude. Everything seems a little different about the Spurs franchise than it did back in those days. All throughout the Pop tenure. I mean, Mitch Johnson seems to be, obviously, he's young. He can relate to the players, and I think it's just a different feel. It really is a different feel. Wemby's handles things different for a superstar, says things that, I don't know, old guys like me think maybe he shouldn't, but he does, and it's a different generation. You're right.
Well, and again, you look at this playoff run. Our poll question today on YouTube is: a Spurs fan, who would you rather face in the first round? 62% of you say Portland, only 38 say Phoenix. Although, as they get ready to play tonight in the play-in game, the winner, congratulations, you get fed to the San Antonio Spurs. I think it's going to be the Phoenix Suns, but this also tells me Spurs fans are looking for the easiest route. They are the same ones that were mad that the Spurs weren't overly competitive in the regular season finale against the Denver Nuggets.
Boy, I tell you, and again, I would just say, Spurs fans, stop it. All right, stop it. This whole, I'm scared of Denver, we screwed up, I don't want to play the Nuggets. Stop it. Just stop it.
It's fine.
It's not fine. It's not.
Stop it. It's over at this point. I mean, they
embarrassing.
complain about it. It just tells me the Spurs aren't afraid of anybody.
Well, good. They shouldn't be.
And they shouldn't be. And you know what? They're going in relatively healthy. Let's talk about it. Time for our injury update, powered by the Sports Institute at TSAOG Orthopedics and Spine, online at TSAOG.com. Let's welcome on the Buyers Barricades guest line, Dr. Casey Tabor. And, I say relatively healthy. Obviously, Wemby recovering from that bone bruise. He did play in that Friday night game to qualify for all the postseason awards, Doc. I'm guessing that won't be or shouldn't be a concern for game one, which is Sunday night, 8 p.m.?
No, I don't think that's going to be a problem at all. As you guys know, we started the idea of resting players and protecting them if they get a little nicked up for the season. So Pop did that a long time. And so it's playoff season, which is a completely different season. He'll be ready to go. So it wouldn't be anything that I'd be too worried about.
Well, it didn't look like there was any problems moving around or shooting or anything like that. Continue on with the NBA theme, Doc. Luka Doncic, Austin Reeves for the LA Lakers. Shams Charania reported that Luka Doncic, he was in Spain last week. He underwent multiple injection treatments for a hamstring injury. What do you do with injections like that for a hamstring injury?
So typically what those are, what we call biologic injection, as opposed to frequently you hear people get steroid injections. Steroids are strong anti-inflammatories, but we usually don't inject those into tendons, muscles. Usually with these hamstring injuries, they're partial tears of part of the tendon or around the muscle belly. And so usually what we'll do is take blood products. A lot of times it's your own blood products, and spin it down, pull all the water and the red blood cells off of them, and then inject it with plasma. There's a couple other things. There's other stem cells you can use, fat, and spin it down. I don't know exactly. They didn't really disclose exactly which injection he had, but they're usually kind of a stem cell of some sort to try and stimulate the healing of the muscle and get it moving in the right direction in a quicker way that your body can do alone.
Yeah, Doc, I'm guessing it's all FDA stuff. I mean, why is that available in Spain and not available here in the United States?
So again, I don't know what they disclosed. There are some other that are non-human products that they use that are like animal products that they can use as well, but I don't know. And so there are some things that are FDA approved. There are things that are also still considered quote unquote experimental. They don't have to go through as rigorous of a process in Europe as we do to get things passed through the FDA and cleared. So there are things that we don't have that we have access to, but aren't quote unquote FDA approved, that are cleared over across the seas.
Doc, typically I think this was a grade 2 hamstring strain, if I'm not mistaken. You would know more about what that means than I do, but typically what is a recovery from that?
So usually it's a few weeks. The problem with hamstring is you use it all the time for jumping, and so it's easy to re-aggravate. If you think of, most of the time we think of 1, 2s, and 3s. 1 is a mild sprain, 2 is a moderate, and 3 is a more severe. A lot of times 3s means it's completely torn off of the bone, and those often need surgery. Grade 1s and 2s don't, but usually a grade 1 you'll come back in a couple weeks, and grade 2s are more 3 to 6 weeks depending on the severity of that grade 2.
Going to be interesting, and I imagine whatever they're doing over there and maybe injecting in or whatever, it wouldn't cause them to fail a P test here in the U.S., right? I mean, he's doing something that is on the up and up with the NBA.
Correct. Yeah. And, a lot of those guys, he's from across seas as well. So a lot of times they have connections and have relationships with doctors over there as well. Sometimes they'll go over and get some of those treatments over there.
Well, it's interesting. They say both of those guys are going to miss at least a start of the first round of the playoffs. And I know that I'm asking for your opinion, and you don't know what he's done or anything else, but do you think with a hamstring strain like that, regardless of what he's doing, that he can come back and be ready to go for the first round of the playoffs?
I think, if I remember correctly, and you may know the exact date that he injured it, he's about 3 weeks out, 2.5 to 3 weeks ago is when he injured
I would
it.
say that. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I think a realistic return is 4 to 6 weeks, but he's also not really been doing anything or stressing it. So you wonder, he already has had issues or questions about his ability to stay in shape and stamina, and he lost some weight this year, so he seemed to be a little bit more in shape. But how is he in shape to play 40 minutes? I don't know that he's going to do that. He may be on a more limited time clock on how much he's able to play if he is able to come back.
I know it's sounding knucklehead. I don't remember Fat Luka having hamstring issues. Now he's in shape and his hamstring goes out. I don't know.
Drink some more beer, Luka.
Exactly. Doc, before we let you go, I haven't thought about Tank Dell in a long time, but he shows up on our injury report because a Texans beat writer is guessing, it's his opinion, that Tank Dell will be ready for week 1 of the season. D'Amico Ryans was asked about it. Doubt that he'll be ready for OTAs that are coming up. But you think about that knee injury in week 16 of the 2024 season. He missed all of last year. And quite frankly, I kind of forgot about him. I mean, is it realistic to think with all that time he'd be ready for week 1? And even if he is, will he be anything like what he was before that ridiculous injury?
Man, that is such a hard question to answer, because to me, when I see somebody, usually when I think of somebody who has, torn up their knee and they get reconstructions of ligaments, usually it's a 9 to 12 month recovery, which would have meant, you probably would have seen him at some point last year make a return to some degree. And typically, if you remember, like Derrick Rose was supposed to come back, and then all of a sudden he didn't come back, and then everybody's wondering what's going on. A lot of times it's more injuries, or they've had a recurrent surgery, or they've got some lingering things that have prevented them from coming back. So I always get concerned if they haven't come back in that normal 9 to 12 month window when most of them come back, that there's something more going on, or the injury is worse than they thought, or the rehab hasn't gone as smoothly as anticipated. So that would be my concern with him. Whether or not he comes back at 100%, I don't know. I guess we'll find that out soon enough. But, for the Texans' sake, you'd hope he's able to make a comeback.
Always appreciate the knowledge and insight, Doc. Dr. Casey Tabor with our injury update, powered by the Sports Institute at TSAOG Orthopedics and Spine, online at TSAOG.com. Of course, Dr. Tabor and all our guests on the Buyers Barricades guest line.
And again, I want to thank Frank, Ashley, and everybody here at Northwest Automotive Warehouse here on Calabria Road for hosting us today. They're always nice. Always a lot of fun to come in here. And we appreciate it very much. Appreciate y'all listening. Stay tuned, though. Extra Innings with Pledger is coming up next. I'm assuming, Pledge, is that correct?
That is actually correct.
How about that? I guessed right. That's fantastic. Be sure and join the fellas in the morning huddle. AJ and Rob, they'll get you started bright and early, and we'll know who the Spurs first-round opponent will be by that time. Of course, Minix and I will be back at 2 o'clock. Until then, everybody, have a great night.
This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.